Welcome to Planetised Widnes for this fourth and final home game in the Three Rivers Cup Series. Wild are welcoming the Sheffield Scimitars to the ring. Scimitars, currently as it stands, well, I don't think there's going to be much change actually now.
Well, they can't be, can they?
No, they can't be. They are the winners of the Three Rivers Cup as it stands. Widnes, second place, after a close defeat yesterday at the hands of Nottingham Lions. Nottingham being taken to a 5-5 tie, and then of course 41 seconds into the overtime it was Hopkins who managed to score that winning goal that clinched the game for Nottingham Lions. Of course that didn't help Widnes Wild, but nevertheless we've still got an exciting game lined up here today at Widnes.
Well, yeah, you know, excitement's a word we used all the way through the streaming series, and especially to describe the Widnes Wild. One thing I can certainly say, Gary, is after the last visit here from the Scimitars, it's going to be interesting to see if there's a few scores to be settled, shall we say?
Well, you say that, Ben, scores to be settled. I'm expecting a heated game, but at the same time, should there be any post-season hockey? I mean, there's rumours of a possible north-south, who knows? But thing is, if there's any post-season hockey for anybody, the last thing you want to be doing is getting any injuries or penalties.
Well, yeah, you know, let's say hypothetically something comes of some sort of possible post-season hockey. You're not going to be wanting to scramble to suddenly find who you've got on your bench and your depth because somebody thought it was the last game and went for a punch-up.
Well, Ben,
so it's a discipline, something we've said all the way through.
Discipline. Oh dear, oh dear. Look at that last game against the Scimitars. Discipline went right out the window. There were so many people in those penalty boxes, it's unbelievable. When I say there's rumours, I think it's not rumours of within the leagues as such. This is rumours that the fans are asking. A lot of talk on the social media now of a north and south to try and find out who's the best, really. And to be honest with you, we've said this from day one with this series. It's not your standard league teams, so this is kind of like all-star teams, if you like. So I don't think it would give a true representative.
No, if we're going to be honest with ourselves and obviously the fans out there, you look at like the Sheffield team now, and they've been bolstered by the likes of Morgan, Tate, McKenzie, and then you look at the Widnes side, and they've been bolstered by the likes of Brown, Barnes, you know, those sorts of guys. When and if, I mean, well, I say when and if, there's already some of those players have already announced that they will be returning to their former National League clubs, likes of Lewis Baldwin is already signed on the dotted line for Leeds Ice Hockey Club, as Kieran Brown.
No.
Yeah, unfortunately, I know. We saw a few others.
I was actually looking forward to seeing the likes of these guys line up for Widnes in a regular league season. I've said this plenty of times, and that'd be so exciting to see, but I can quite understand them wanting to go to their home teams.
Well, you know, I know I do this every week, but I do speak to Rich Hagger about this, and you can catch that interview in a little bit.
Oh,
yeah, and this is something, again, it's the league.
You know what you're doing.
I know, yeah, the league structure. Nobody knows. It's all uncertain. You know, are we going to get a three-tier setup again, where we've got National League, Division 1, Division 2? Are we going to get a pool of Division 1 feeding the National League? How nobody knows.
Well, COVID's had a big impact in a lot of ways in social life in general. The whole country's been affected, but sports has been affected in a big way. And as businesses have been affected, so have teams as well, and some teams have found it difficult to get back and get things started. So it's quite understandable that we may see one or two teams sit a season out, or maybe even go to the wayside. I'd hate to see that, if I'm honest, Ben, because I hate to see any team disappear. I think things are starting to get, prior to COVID, I think things are starting to hot up. Widnes, of course, done really well in the playoffs. And, you know, there was talk of them possibly being a Division 1 team. Then there was talk of the restructure and stuff like that. It's all hearsay at the moment. And,
exactly.
And it's just like this north-south thing. As much as I'd love to see some more hockey.
Well, you know, yeah, well, we get that in the Final Four, don't we, at the end of the regular season. But to see something for now this season to keep us ticking over, that would be the ideal situation. But let's just focus on today, right? And let's have a look at what we're going to be dealing with. So we've got still a hungry Widnes Wild, and are celebrating Sheffield Scimitars. Now, will the Scimitars take the foot off the pedal and allow Widnes in? Or is it, more about keeping that head-to-head and settling the score?
Well, of course, the Scimitars, completely different team to what they were in the North Streaming Series Cup. They were at the bottom of the table, finished this time on the top of the table, so it just goes to show how the addition of a few players can make a difference. I don't think they're going to change. I don't think they take the foot off the pedal. I don't think they're going to be any different to what they were throughout this series. They've shown a lot of exciting hockey, interesting, of course, Scott McKenzie.
Well, I was just about to say the ones we're going to be wanting to watch out for today are the likes of Brammer, McKenzie. Yeah. Ben Morgan's played a vital role for them.
Ripley as well.
Yeah, Ripley's had a great game. So you're going to want to keep an eye on those guys, and obviously on the flip side, you've got the Widnes guys. Now, I could stand here and say, we want to watch Coulter, Barnes and Brown, but that's expected.
The 3 Bs?
No. Coulter, Brown and Barnes and
Coulter with a silent B?
Yeah, that one, yeah. No, but obviously you were referring to Louis Baldwin as well, who's been stepping up and scoring a lot of goals.
They made a big influence yesterday in that game against Nottingham.
Yeah, totally. But me and the Drop the Puck viewers out there, or regular viewers, will know when I say the whole Jets line, that Beach, Hagger, Robinson line. Now, slowly but surely, the introduction of all three of them back together under the Widnes banner, we've seen them develop. They've had almost a year out of hockey together, and now they're slowly getting back there. You can see one or two times that the frequency waves were slightly out, but we are getting back there, and I think they're going to come to life today in this game.
Well, it'll be nice to see them in the black and gold of Widnes next season. Who knows? Time will tell. A lot of players will be swapping shirt colours, I assume. Likewise with Sheffield, they'll look a completely different side, I think, coming into a season, if there's one at all. Yet to be seen, we keep saying it. But today's game, can we see more of where we left off in this last game against these?
Well, every time we've had a game here at Planet Ice Widnes so far, it has come straight out firing on all cylinders, out the blocks, fast and furious, high octane. The way we finished that previous game, the Wild Scimitars in that third period, a bit feisty, a lot of contact, a lot of opportunities that went away, went to the wayside, and then capitalising on those missed opportunities as well by the other teams, letting them in. I think that's going to be something that both coaches will have addressed.
See, I think the Scimitars will want to prove a point in this. I don't think they were happy going away from Planet Ice Widnes last time with the loss, the way it did. Widnes were all over them towards the end, really caused some problems, really pressed that red button, got them to explode. Things all went wrong. I'm hoping that they've consolidated, thought about it, and just produced a great game of hockey rather than dropping gloves or getting in the penalty boxes and stuff like that. But I have a feeling that Widnes will go and press that red button with them again. And I think it's going to be a very heated game.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it won't be a heated game, and for all the fans out there, and myself included, we like it. We like it getting a bit. I'm going to say, I'm sorry, but tasty. Come on, I'm allowed one. But no, we like it getting a bit, in the face. People chirping each other, and you can see they're starting to get a bit rowdy, and the hits start going in. People finishing the checks, the sticks get a little higher, the slashing calls are a bit wary. At hockey, and if you're getting the rise out of the other team, then you're doing something right. I think, though, and again we'll say it's down to the coaches to get control of their players today and keep that discipline set and firm.
Well, the players are just onto the ice now. They're starting to warm up, so I think it's time to go to the ice, Ben. I think it's time for this final series.
Drop the puck.
Well, the players are lining up here, ready for the national anthem, of course. And our officials today, Ben.
So our officials, we got referee Craig Williams, and line judges will be Tom Horner and Faye Andrews.
Familiar faces at Planet Ice Widnes. Be interesting to see how things pan out.
And now the national anthems. Well, the anthem's out the way, the sticks are tapping. Gary, it's hockey time.
Yee!
So we'll go straight over to the Widnes Wild, and in between the pipes today, you were going to expect to see Harrison Walker, but it does look like Pearson's taking the mantle. Last time out in, Pearson had a really good game against the Nottingham Lions.
Yeah, he's been quite good, but saying that, we may see changes throughout the game, with this being the last one.
Well, unsurprisingly, Sheffield have decided to go with Hadfield. And Hadfield, a key part of their season. He's been an absolute brick wall. Taking nothing away, though, from Tom Hovell.
Yeah, Hovell had a great game last time he was here, but of course, Widnes managed to find a way through that blue wall and made them suffer with a few goals. But, of course, we've said it in the build-up here, discipline is going to be vital for this game, I think, Ben.
Yeah, obviously, big shout-out to Team Stripes. They're going to be very busy today, I think.
Oh, I think they will be as well.
Don't forget, guys, we have got the chat live as well. You will be able to communicate with us. All we ask is just be respectful of everyone in the chat and try and keep the comments clean, please. If you do want to shout out, drop us a message and we'll give you the shout out. And as we can see already, the team's just making their way to the benches in the starting lineup, so we can see immediately we're going to have Barnes, Coulter, Brown, Baldwin and Griffin. That's not unexpected, let's be honest.
No, not really, no, but likewise, Sheffield looks like Scott McKenzie's going to be a starter in this one, in the starting lineup.
Got Nell out there as well. It looks like McKenzie. Hang on, oh no, McKenzie making his way to the bench.
Wow.
Okay.
The poacher's gone home. I hate me calling him that, you know.
We've got Nell Tate, we've got Nixon out there as well, Ben Morgan, and last but not least, Lloyd Gibson. Mr. Williams gets ready, and we're underway for this first period of this final game. Baldwin off the board, immediately gets a little body on. And is this a sign of things to come as Griffin looks to play back? Goes 1-2 with Baldwin, out to the wing to Barnes, knocks it on. Going to be picked up by Morgan in the corner, chased down by Coulter. Immediately stepped up, Baldwin tries to pinch in. Puck back to Barnes. Plays it to Griffin. Griffin through the neutral zone. Gains the zone now. Takes an early shot. And Hadfield has to get his stick down just to turn that out slightly. Intercepted though by Widnes, and it's cleared away once more by Sheffield. Quick line change, Sheffield and Griffin for the Wild. Calmly takes that back with 19:16 on the clock.
Yeah, a little wave to our slightly ill boy at home, Dave, Buster. You know who you are.
Sheffield played out, shot comes in, and that's going to come off the leg pad to Pearson up in our play.
Oh, and wouldn't we drop the puck without an official slipping over?
Of course it wouldn't, no. That's Tom Hornet. Well, we're going to get ourselves a face-off to the left-hand side of Pearson with a full minute gone in this first period already. McKenzie and Robinson go in for the draw. Widnes immediately push that down. Loose possession there with Streetley. And Ripley's cutting in, looks out in front.
Oh.
Well, that was a good effort there. Ripley skating in, look for McKenzie in that paint. Colton puts it back in. Pearson just manages to turn it out. It's still on the half boards. Sheffield dump it back in, but it's only going to fall to Robinson, who's calmly going to knock that through to Hager.
Are we going to see Widnes being slow starters today, Ben?
Hager takes his time, decides to go back to Barry. Barry's got his head up, and that's going to be a slashing call. Well, early on, McKenzie with the slashing call. 18:20 showing on the clock. And Tom Barry's holding his wrist there.
Well, disappointing there that McKenzie's the first one in the box already, and Sheffield, a man down.
Barry's actually gone to the dressing room, though, to receive treatment.
Oh dear, that's not good. Is this a sign of things to come, Ben?
Well, I've got a feeling it was going to get a little bit feisty. That might have just been the first spark in the powder keg. So we're going to see Widnes on the power play. Early doors, 18:20 on the clock, 2 minutes on the power play, and here we go. Morgan comfortably receives the draw win as Gibson decides to dump it straight down onto the net for Pearson. Baldwin's going to be back there for the Wild. takes his time as the Widnes wind up to set something up now. Find Brown down this right wing. Brown outside of the dot, slams on, looks to the point, no one there. Finds Barnes just inside the blue line, back to Brown. Takes the shot through traffic, comes off Griffin, back out though. Second bite of the cherry for Widnes. One-timer from Brown. Comfortable save there from Hadfield as he gets down low.
Yeah, looking for that opportunity to try and slam one home quickly from the point, but no joy. We get a face-off. Just to the left.
17:47 in this first period remains. 1:27 on the penalty assessed to Mackenzie. So Doxy and Morris go in for the draw. And cleared away very quickly there by Wild. Sean Wild of the Sheffield Scimitars. As Brown takes his time, looks for the opportunity. Time's ticking away though. Can Widnes use this to their advantage early doors? Ripley loses his edge quickly though. Sheffield skated in! Trying to clear it away, and it's Widnes. Well, Widnes skated it in there with Kieran Brown.
How many times did they want to try and slap that in there?
And they need to be careful here. Morris straight down on that forward check, forcing Barnes to make a quick pass. While Pearson was out of his net. 50 seconds now remain on the power play. And that's going to be an offside call there on Barnes. Well, 17:07 remain, 47 on the penalty. And Barry is returning to the bench.
Well, that's good news. Nobody likes to see an injured player so early on. But Widnes still have 47 seconds remaining in this penalty.
Face off out in front of the Sheffield bench. We have that whole line on now of Beach, Hagger and Robinson. Streetley is there as well. And they're going to be supported by Coulter. As they're working it through to Beach on that wing. He's tied up there with number 4, that's Lewis Bell of the Sheffield Scimitars. Out in front of Robinson. Robinson tried to find Beach there, and Coulter's going to ensue the win possession of that one from Pywell as 20 seconds now remain on this power play. Robinson turns up ice. Hagger tries to find Beach off the boards. Can't do it. It's a great little cut out there from Bell. Hagger stretch pass over to Coulter on the opposite wing. 8 seconds is the clock ticking away now. Coulter manages to knock it forward. It's going to be turned round, and that's going to be the power play dead. As Lamming takes it straight down, takes a shot on off the leg pads of Pearson. That was a good effort there. Whoop. Back up on the leg,
interception.
Turned round by Lewis Otley. Otley, no, Rogers loses that out. Otley dumps it in the corner. James Lamming again chases that down. Body on from Streetley. Beach manages to find Coulter. Coulter buys his teammates a little bit of time. Quick line change. 15:52 now remain in this first period. Baldwin turns up ice, sees the opportunity, finds Brown. Brown brings it out to the near side. Got Barnes in the middle, but takes the opportunity himself. Goes to go top shelf on the glove side, and it sails wide. And they're back in now with Sheffield scrambling to try and clear that. Gilbert chasing Rogers into the corner, but it's going to be Deneko against Barnes as Barnes turns it back in. Rogers uses the half boards, brings it round for Lamming again. Lamming tries to find Deneko. He's eased that off. Down the wing for Rogers. Gets around Barnes. Looks to go in the middle. No, keeps hold of it round the back of the net. Taking his time, forcing Widnes to the defensive stations. Does well to keep it in. That great play from Sam Rogers. Back out once more. Widnes scoop that up and turn that away. We've got a little bit of a break on here. It's Barnes. Barnes down the wing. He's got in the middle. Baldwin decides to try and backhand it. Tried to find Brown. Brown's come out with it though. Ben Morgan chasing down Kieran Brown. Comes out to Mike Gilbert on this wing now. Gilbert chased down by Deneko once more. And it is certainly picking up in this first period. Barnes takes a shot. Can't quite get there. Turned away by Deneko. Gilbert chases it into the boards. Morgan's going to take his time, try and clear that out, and manages to do so straight onto the stick of Hughes.
Well, it's end-to-end stuff at the moment, Ben.
Morgan for Sheffield. Finds Nixon. Nixon plays out to Tate. Tate's got his head up, looking for support in Nell. Nell holds that so he doesn't fall offside. Well played, but they've put Widnes under pressure with Wayne Evans. Nell scoops up that. Tried to find Tate coming across the middle once more. And Sheffield maintain possession. Looking to start that rotation. Hughes, great board play there. The officials got great eyesight on that one. As Danny Hyde takes the ice for the first time tonight. Doxey can't knock that forward. It's going to be scooped up by Worthington Evans. Played onside. Easily picked up though by Bell. Just takes his time. Leaves it for Nixon as Doxey chases him down. McKenzie back on the ice now. Streetley. Some great stretch play here by Widnes, and you can see what they were trying there with Hyde and Coulter. Colton had different ideas. Again with Coulter, tries to kick it out to the dot. Put back in Hagger, lovely little back heel. But it only goes to Bell, the Scimitars. And Gary, this is what I was on about earlier about giving opportunities over, as McKenzie takes that into the Widnes zone.
Yeah, it's
Shot on Pearson. Well, Colton takes the shot and flashes the leather there from Pearson, puts that one away.
Yeah, it's definitely end-to-end stuff, high-paced as we expected it to be. But again, this is going to be one of them games, Ben, where silly little mistake, coughing the puck up in the wrong place. You've got to be aware where it is, head on a swivel.
Yeah, 12:51 remains in this first period. And it's going to be a Widnes win on the draw there as Barry getting chased down by Ripley. Ripley caused all sorts of troubles for Widnes last time. And Sheffield now starting to rotate that puck, but they're picked up by Hagger. Hagger forces it through Streetley into the Scimitar zone. Beach, a little bit of forecheck pressure on Bell. And then backs off, pass through to Ripley. Ripley goes to take the shot and it's come off Streetley's leg. Robinson finds his teammate. Bobby Streetley puts it through the wing. Dumped once more into the Sheffield zone. Sheffield turn that round. Brahma now on the ice. Hagger takes his time, finds Kieran Beach. Beach, can he get round Wild? Well, Sean Wild read that well there then and just cut that early pass out for Kieran Beach.
Yeah, just did enough to stop it.
Beach now though, under some pressure from McKenzie. And McKenzie and Beach on the boards.
Getting lively.
Gilbert comes in there. Wild and McKenzie, Beach and Gilbert. And it's Widnes should come out in possession of that. Brown puts it through, trying to find a man skating in there. It's going to be Gilbert in the corner. Very quickly finds Brown once more. Kieran Brown of the Widnes Wild. Ripley loses it out to Baldwin. They've managed to clear the zone, but Barnes, well, that was a tight call. Gilbert there trying to get back on side.
Yeah, but the official Andrews calls it, puts her arm out, signals it. It's offside.
11:15 remaining in this first period.
Yeah, it's been interesting so far, Ben.
So we're going to get a face-off right in front of our commentary position here. Great vantage point here at Planet Ace Widnes, I must say.
And you only just decided that now.
6 seasons in, yeah. As Gilbert manages to find Brown on the far side. Brown down that left wing looking for Gilbert.
Oh!
It's Otley who gets a stick there and it's jumped on by Hadfield.
Oh, Gilbert will be kicking himself. But it was well covered up by Sheffield there.
I was having a quiet jest around before with Mike Gilbert. He was trying to flick ice at me. I warned him his shooting better be better than that. As Baldwin lets one rip out the blue.
Oh, no.
Call that a warning shot, Gary, right across the bow. I think we've got a game coming.
And again, that puck's just sitting there in front of net.
Morris, it's turned round once more. Barnes this time takes a shot. Pywell gets his stick in the way. Ruskin Hughes.
A lot of bodies getting in the way of the puck as well.
Bell plays it around the boards to Otley. Otley, round to Morris. Cut out there by Barnes, kept alive. Griffin tries to find Gilbert in the middle.
Out.
That's Ruskin Hughes again, but it's picked up by Baldwin. Baldwin off the boards out in front of the Sheffield bench to Morris, and things are just going to slow down a little bit here as Sheffield try and get a hold of this game. And he does so with Lamming. Lamming takes a shot off the leg pads of Pearson.
Good attempt though.
Gilbert. Well, it's going to be a deflection off into the bench there. Widnes, and We're going to get a stoppage of play with 10:07 on the clock.
Yeah, Lamin, bit of pace. Managed to pick up that puck and try and skate straight onto that Widnes net. Slamming a shot in, but leg pad save. Does a good job.
Face off, left-hand side of Pearson. Tie up with Coulter and Rogers. And that looks to be Hughes who loses his foot in there, but we've got a 3-on-3 going down the other way, and that's immediately bolstered and turned back around.
And Horner's got his hand up.
Oh, and that appears to be an offside. Joey Coulter there, sharing some words with referee Craig Williams. 9:53 now on the clock in his first period.
Well, one team that never loses is Team Strikes, so you don't argue with the officials.
Very much so. Now, face off, right-hand side of Pearson, apologies. And Hyde gets on the boards there with Nixon, tries to knock it away, but it's going to go round to Hughes. Hughes chased down by Lamming. James Lamming causing all sorts of trouble early on for the Widnes Wild. And they've managed to find that pass they were looking for to Hyde. Hyde, flick pass onto Coulter. It's a great little play. Coulter gains his own.
Oh.
Tried to get that across and just lost the puck off the end of his stick. In the corner now, Morgan, Coulter. Barry comes in for support. It's going to go to Doxey though. Doxey into the opposite corner. What will he do? Decides to go back behind the next Coulter. You can see what Coulter was trying there. The very sharp pass in on that post as Hadfield looks to have a great seal. It'll be tested shortly, no doubt, as Doxey gives it away to Rogers, and immediately Rogers tries to clear it out. Lamming tries to get on his stick on it, kept alive by Hyde. Coulter once more looks to take the shot. It's come off. Lamming takes one for the team. He's going to go to the bench there.
Quick line change by Widnes.
Barry skates it in. Gets his head up, takes the shot straight into the glove of Hadfield, and that's an easy save.
Well, quick look at our chat in a moment. A bit quiet, but I must say a big hello to Craig Simpson there, who does the commentary over at Sheffield. Yeah, Craig, I definitely don't think this is going to be a dead game by any means. Big hello to Kevin Hughes, watching us from Malibu, California.
Well, nice to have some international fans. 8:44 on the clock.
He doesn't know you, Ben.
Oh, okay. Not yet. And the puck's going to be pushed all the way down there by Sheffield, and that's going to be an icing call with 8:35 on the clock.
Big hello to Mrs. Ferbs, who's watching us. She says, hi, guys.
Hello, Juju.
Oh, you know her then?
Maybe. Well, to be fair.
Someone's going to get a slap in a minute.
To be fair. Robinson now in for the face-off. We've got Hagger and Beach out there as well. It's going to be Tate in the draw. Draw win there by Tate. Straight to Bell. Bell under pressure from Beach. Can he cough it up to Hagger? Does so. Tate scoops up the remains though. Hagger again putting that pressure on, looking for the poke check. Loses his stick, and Tate finally gets it out the Sheffield defensive zone. Works the puck down. Looks to put it into the corner for Gibson. Barry's going to get there though, getting his legs going first. Feeds that background, and we got going the other way very quickly with Widnes. It's Beach and Hagger, but what a great poke check there from Colton.
Yeah, it was very important that was. Hagger was looking ready for goal.
So the clock shows 8 minutes now remaining in this first period. We're yet to have a goal as puck just put onto Hadfield, sticks it away to Gibson. Now Gibson plays it over to Tate. Tate takes his time, tries to dump it in, does so. Quick Sheffield change there once more. Griffin finds Beach, dumps it onto Hagger. Hagger rings it round the boards. McKenzie back out on the ice now.
A line change for Widnes.
And Ripley. This is going to be a dangerous unit now for Sheffield. As Ripley tries to find McKenzie on that big stretch pass. Cut out by Baldwin. Brown helped on. Gilbert's helped it on again. That's come off the shoulder of Louis Baldwin. Knocked on there by Barnes. It's an onside puck. Oh. Barnes taking his time, trying to find Brown, but McKenzie cuts it out. And we're going back down the other way with 7:05 on the clock now.
Well, you can't say it's been a quiet game so far, Ben.
Certainly not. Both teams still, though, it does feel like they're feeling each other out, trying to find that weakness in the armour. As Brown gets the puck, skates inside, takes a shot. Oh. And that's gone up and down. And
that was a magic trick then.
Well, even I lost that one for a second there.
He fired it, looked like he'd gone in the net, and then suddenly it appears in his hand like a red rubber ball.
So 6:48 on the clock, and it looks like we're going to go to a face-off on the right-hand side of Hadfield.
Well, can we wish Jez Owens a big happy birthday, granddad of Sean Wilde, so that's from Lisa Wilde.
Big happy birthday there. As action resumes once more, Gilbert tries to chase down the puck, but it's worked around to Otley and Morris. Tied up on the boards now with Griffin. And Barnes comes out on the stick of Pyrewell, and it's a 2-on-1. Pyrewell and Ruskin Hughes. Baldwin lays out.
Oh.
Well, great defensive play there by Lewis Baldwin. Shut that pass lane off completely.
And it seems to be end-to-end. Both teams just doing enough to stop them going on to goal.
And you can see there is intensity by the skaters. They're not just half-heartedly skating this in.
Oh.
As we're going back the other way, Kieran Brown takes a shot. It's come off Hadfield.
Well, good save.
Well, it came off what I thought was his mask then, so referees don't agree then. They've played on. Back down the other way. Otley takes it into the corner, muscled off by Griffin.
Do you know what, Ben? It doesn't matter what it comes off as long as he does a save.
Oh, we got a possible breakaway. Brown's fed it to Barnes. Barnes skates in, takes a shot. Hadfield, well, he's managed to get the arm of his glove hand just in the way of that. Gilbert tried to put on something to Lamming. Lamming skated in. Lamming! Oh, well, Pearson denies him up the other way.
Don't fall asleep, folks, if you're watching this.
5.5 remain. Great save there by Pearson once more. Shot from the blue from Nixon. And Tyler Nixon now deciding to test Pearson's reactions. Sheffield trying to establish themselves in this Widnes zone, but it's cleared out by Hagger from the crease.
Oh, I can't see them doing 3 periods of this, Ben. This is just non-stop.
Coulter, great pass down that wing to Hyde. Hyde skates in, left it rip, sails wide. Coulter's going to be there to pick up the remains, though. Looks to go back in, skating in his Barry, can't find him, onto a blue stick. Oh, and it's given away, though. Widnes keeping this play alive with Tom Barry. Puts it back in once more. Hyde had the skate out. Coulter, round to Doxey. Doxey goes to take the shot, and Hadfield denies him.
Yeah, looking for that little opening there then. But Doxey thought he was going to get himself a goal.
4:40 on the clock now. And this first period, flying by. That one penalty earlier on assessed to Scott McKenzie. That slashing call. Widnes unable to capitalise on it as we go for a face-off between Coulter and Tate. Tate wins possession of that. Feeds it to Colton. Colton down to Nell. Nell gains his own. Tries to get around Barry, and you can see there trying to feed Gibson, just skating into that crease. And Gibson's lost his stick there. Trying to dig it out. Widnes managed to find Hyde. Danny Hyde plays that over. It's going to be picked up by Streetley. Streetley gains his own. Pumped it in. Run round. Hyde can't get there as it's helped on, but it's going to be stopped at the point by... Well, it doesn't even make the point. Doxey gets in there first. It's played round though by Colton and Nell. Colton looking for support in the middle. Tries to find Gibson. And it's great turned away there as Streetley comes back up the other way. Streetley can't find Beach. McKenzie and Beach once more. That's a good battle. We've seen it already today. Keep our eyes on that one. And again, McKenzie reads a pass from Robinson, cuts it out, finds Ripley. Ripley down that wing, skates around the back of the net, looks for the slot pass, decides go behind the net with Bell, and that's going to be turned over as Widnes grabbed that with 3:30 remaining. Robinson decides to let one rip.
Oh,
great save there off the leg pads.
plenty of time to see that coming though.
Of Hadfield, and Beach was lurking round there though. Talk about McKenzie being a poacher. Griffin for the Wild. Back through centre ice. Takes this shot, and that's straight into the glove of Hadfield.
Yeah, these long shots, if they fancy their chances, the Wild, they're having a little go. They're testing Hadfield, but he seems to be up for the task.
Well, 3:03 on the clock remaining in this first period, and Gary, not much loose change from either netminder, especially the likes of Pearson. If he is deflecting it, he's deflecting it to the side and away.
Yeah, defences are being pretty good for both sides, picking up the scraps and getting them out of the area.
There's another draw win for Sheffield as they push that forward. It's kept alive by Brown off the half boards once more. Round to Barnes behind the net. Barnes tried to find Gilbert out in front. Couldn't do so. Quick stick work there from Baldwin. Finds Yeardley though. Now Yeardley taking his time. Plays it out to Ruskin Hughes. Sheffield set up. Straight into the chest of Pearson though from Ruskin Hughes. 2:39 left in this first.
Well, who'd have thought we've already had 17 and a half minutes of this first period. No goals. But two teams keenly fighting this one out, even though there's nothing at stake.
Face off left hand side of Pearson. Gilbert and Pye tie up. It comes out with Gilbert. A little bit of late reactions there by the Wild, and it's allowed Sean Wild of the Sheffield Scimitars to jump on that and put that back in. Picked up though by Baldwin. Brown sees an opportunity. Skates in. Drops it for Barnes. Barnes tried to find Gilbert coming through the slot. Once more Brown trying to find Gilbert.
Oh.
And they're looking for that quick redirection pass. And shot coming in. But 2 minutes now showing on the clock. Either team, if they want to make a move, they're going to need to make it now. As
you need to put, guys. Take it with you.
Yeah, Deneco's just scooped up that miscommunication between Barnes and Brown. Puts it across. It's come off a stick of Griffin. Sheffield, though, still in possession in the Wild zone. Take the shot. Sails wide of the glove hand of Pearson, and Rogers couldn't find the target, but it's gone back down once more. Barnes chasing down Nixon. Nixon under the forecheck pressure of Adam Barnes. 1:30 now on the clock as Morgan holds up and decides what's he going to do. He's going to lose it and turn that round once more, and here comes Kieran Brown. He's allowed Tate in. Tate, clever play off the board, allows himself time. Doxey tries to cut that out there though. And now Otley holds the puck, and will Sheffield just run this clock out now?
I don't think so. There's still a minute to go. Anybody can pinch one. It just makes one mistake, Ben. That's all it'll be.
You can see there that Sheffield turn it back around, and Widnes one last dart as Brady Doxey takes off up that left wing from the pass from Coulter. Manages to maintain possession. Brady Doxey still at the dot, takes a shot. Oh. Sails just over the net of Hadfield. Barry, well, a little bit of skill. A good fight on this board here for that. Coulter going to chase that round. We're into the final 30 seconds now, this first period. Nell gets his head up. It's given away to Tom Barry of the Wild. Barry just circling round, and you can assume looking for some sort of late play. It's been knocked on by Hagger. Hagger's looking for support. He's got Hyde in the middle. Coulter on the wing. It's going to fall to Streetley.
Oh.
Streetley puts it into the corner. Final 10 seconds now. Coulter brought down there. And that's, well, that's a tripping penalty on Tate with 5.5 seconds showing on the clock.
Silly mistake to give in there.
And it's pretty much guaranteed to start the Widnes Wild on the man advantage at the beginning of the second period.
Well, Sheffield bench must be kicking themselves there to see that happen. Tate going to serve his 2 minutes on the bench, but of course 5.5 seconds remaining in this final first period.
So we go for the draw between Coulter and McKenzie. It goes to the board, to the bell, and you can imagine they're just going to let the buzzer run out there as they do. So the 5 seconds off the power play clock, which means we will start the second period with the Widnes Wild on the 5-man advantage with 1:55 on that penalty clock. And of course, the Sheffield Scimitars will be trying to kill that penalty.
Well, it's been an interesting first period. Both teams trying their best to get that puck in the net. It's been high-paced, a bit of intense action, should we say. Looked like it was going to get lively at one point, but nevertheless, it still remains. Widnes Wild 0, Sheffield Scimitars 0.
Now, as I said in the introduction, Gary, I've been speaking to Rich Haggett each week just before the games, and I caught up with him this final week to get his thoughts and his views on what this game was going to be like and how he thought the series played out.
Brakes and Sons sponsor Drop the Puck.
I'm joined at this time by head coach of the Widnes Wild, Rich Hagger. Rich, it all comes down to this. Obviously, you're going to want to make it a 4-point weekend. The result from last night's Nottingham game, everyone will know by now. The result of this game, though, the Sheffield game, it all rides on this.
Yeah, I think we've just got to do what we can. We're going to try and take the 4 points this weekend and continue the way that we've been playing, really. As we've shown over the last few weeks, we can beat both these teams. It's in our control now, and we've just got to make sure that we go out, execute our game, and come away with the wins.
Now, potentially, you could still finish top, but that is in the hands of Nottingham.
Yeah, as I say, I guess we've got to make sure that we just do our job at the end of the day, finish on a high, make sure that we continue the winning streak that we're on. And as I say, it's just a testament to the effort, the hard work that the guys are putting in, that we are able to be in the position we're in now.
Now, I've got to ask, obviously, we're coming to the wind up of this little tournament, this Three Rivers Cup. For you personally, what has been the highlight?
I think it's the coaching aspect for me. It's been a learning curve. It's been something new. And to be able to do it whilst being able to play as well. But it's been a great experience. However, I've been able to play with a great group of guys, and they've made my life a lot easier in the sense of that they've done everything that I've asked of them. We've come together as a team, and as I say, looking in the results that we're bringing home, it's showing that the guys have bought into what we want to do and how we want to do things. So I wouldn't say there's one specific thing to take away, but I think it's just the general overall group of guys that we've had will be the one thing that I'll take away.
And I suppose a bit of a controversial question, if you wanted to call it that. If you had the option of changing one thing that's been this Three Rivers Cup, would you have changed anything?
The only one thing I would have is to give us a little bit more time at the beginning to be able to have a few sessions together. As you know, now we had a big change of pretty much everything from players to coaching to management. So that would be the only one thing, would be to give us a couple more weeks to have allowed us to train together so we could have got off on the right footing and the way that we wanted to play. Unfortunately, that's impacted us a little bit in the sense that it's out of our control whether we can win the mini-series or not. But as I say, we can only be happy with what we've done so far in the sense that after them first two games, we've only lost one other one by 1 goal. And that looks like the potential winners in Sheffield, but we're hopefully going to put that on a back burner and make them work for it in that last game. So as I say, for me, it's just we can do we've done what we've needed to do. We're doing what we need to do, and we'll continue to do that until the end.
Now, a key word that we've always used here on Drop the Puck, and I can't emphasise it enough, especially going into the second and third period of that last Sheffield game, discipline. How vital is it going to be that the lads obviously stay on the ice and not in the box for this game?
Well, again, I think obviously we was picking up quite a few penalties at the beginning of the series. However, these last few games, as you've probably noticed, it's something that we've talked about. It's something that we've taken away, and I think there was very little penalties against Nottingham, maybe 1 or 2. But apart from that, at the end of the day, the guys are out there competing, wanting to win, and showing that that they really want to be on the ice, and that's what this series was about. At the end of the day, getting people back out there, getting people competitive, and giving these younger guys and the Widnes team some experience and some development opportunities as well as ice time. So I can't complain.
Now, everyone's sort of talking around, and we've known for a while now the rumours are flying around the forums and the posts about the structure of potentially the new league, in this September when touch wood, normality hits again. What would be an ideal situation in your eyes for the Widnes Wild?
Well, I think the reality is that they have had a lot of stick in in the past for not going up, and I think to put it out there is the honest answer is that that we don't know what the league is going to look like at the minute. Nobody does, and it's all just rumours at the moment. So the ideal situation is going to be competing in that Division 1, making Widnes a more competitive team and moving up the leagues. That is the ideal situation, and that is the aim for everybody at Widnes that I know and I've spoken to. So that's why we would like to be. However, obviously we don't even know the structure of the league at the minute, which makes it very difficult to say where they'll be and what it'll look like. So until that's finalised, we've got to wait and see, I guess, and see what it throws at us, because that's in the hands of the EIHA.
Well, I'm going to put you on the spot now. Okay, so let's say you've got Division 1 hockey next season as Widnes Wild. Who are the teams you're wanting to play against in that division?
It doesn't matter, is the honest answer. Whatever team's out there, whatever team's going to be there, we can only put the team that we've got out as well. So as we've shown in this, we'll have a way that we'll want to play. We'll bring in the players that we want to bring in, and hopefully going forward we can compete at that level, just like Widnes have had the success that they have at Division 2. That's the success that we want to continue, but at a higher level, hopefully. And as I say, you can only really take on the people that are in front of you. So we've got to get our game right to beat them teams as well. Doesn't matter what level that is at.
Now, obviously, the main team has been bolstered this year by this influx of the pool of players that were open, but traditionally your team is bolstered by your junior program. Looking ahead, obviously, the unsung hero, I suppose, in the background is Mr. Gilbert himself, Mikey, number 16. He's been leading the junior development. What's it looking like for Widnes in the future?
Well, as you rightly say, Mikey's doing a massive and a great job at what he's doing in the background with the Widnes juniors. The aim is to start bringing some of them guys through, and the aim is to hopefully show that these Widnes juniors have got the opportunities there to be able to develop and be a part of the Wild senior team at the end of the day. So going forward, that's got to be their aim, is to be a part of this team, and the only way that they're going to be a part of that is showing, like in this series with the guys that were brought in, dedication, hard work, effort, and then they'll be given their opportunities as and when. So the people and the younger kids out there that want the opportunity, keep working hard, and then you potentially get your opportunities, and that's what the aim of the game is ultimately with any ice hockey team, is to get your juniors through to be able to develop them and progress them, because they're going to be the next generation of potential players that we're going to have.
And obviously with the likes of the Netflix series that was filmed at Planet Ice Sheffield, and the influx of this new Mighty Duck series on Disney Plus, you're going to get that youth interest again in it. So what is your message out there to anybody that's watching and thinking about having a go?
Give it a go. It's the best thing that you'll ever do. I started when I was 5, but there's people out there that don't start till they're 13, 14, 15. It doesn't matter what age you are. Get out there, give it a go. It's probably one of the best sports that you can ever play. It's the fastest sport that you can ever play. So give it a go. Get some skates on, get on the ice, and see where it takes you. It's got to be an enjoyable experience at the end of the day.
Well, Rich, look, it's been a pleasure having these interviews with you. I know you're a very busy man, so I appreciate you giving your time here. We can only wish Widnes good luck for the rest of the season, and yourself, and hopefully we'll catch up again soon.
Thank you very much, and thanks for having me.
No worries.
Brakes and Sons sponsor Drop the Puck.
Well, welcome back. Great words from Rich Hager there, of course. And I must say, Ben, throughout this series, you've been doing some really good interviews with Rich. It's been a pleasure watching them, actually.
Well, thank you, but it's more down to obviously. I think the one thing I'd like to say is a massive thank you to the likes of Matt Bradbury, Steve Weeks, Rich Hagger. Obviously, when we had him last stream series, Ollie Barron as well. The guys have been really accepting and wanting to talk as well about what's going to happen, what's going on. So it's as much a credit to the teams for being open with us and honest and really welcoming, I must say.
Yeah, and also make this period boring because we'd just be standing here talking to each other for far too long. But with that, I've got a couple of shout-outs anyway that we got on the chat. Benjamin Fox has asked us to give a shout-out to the Wild Academy, who apparently played a great game in Coventry, so well done to the Wild Academy. Joshua Wormsley, can I get a shout-out for my mum? Mum! Don't know what that was for anyway, but it says Oshie and Big G. Cheers. So that's a shout-out for you guys there. So Ben, this second period, coming off the guys are coming off the ice. I got the feeling there that
there's something in brewing. Let's be honest here. There's something in brewing.
Yeah,
and I am very surprised there was no match taken to that powder keg after that Mackenzie slash dead early on.
Yeah, there's certainly a little bit of a rumble in the air. I don't think it's going to be a quiet second period somehow.
No, I think, like I said, both teams were feeling each other out, trying to get where they're at. You know, I think Widnes want to know what game Sheffield are bringing to them today, so they know how to react. I think it's a case of Widnes are ready to react to whatever, but right now, both teams have been trying to fire any shots they can on the netminders, and that's a massive shout out to Phil Pearson and obviously Hadfield as well. The fact that they've stood in the head in this first period and denied some really good shots.
Well, saying that, you picked up on it earlier in the game as well. Very few mistakes really. No loose change for anybody to pick up. The defence have been quite solid and for both sides, and managed to clear it out enough. It's making it really difficult. There was a lot of bodies getting in the way on shots, a lot of sticks getting in the way. It's a very, very defensive game in my eyes.
It is, and I think you're seeing that by the fact that, you know, the names I'm calling, I'm forever calling Griffin, Baldwin, Streetley, and then on the flip side, you know, the likes of Morgan and Tate, and you can see them trying to play that out. It's one of those where the more and more the game goes in, I think the forwards will come alive. We've seen already warning signs, shall we say, from that Coulter, Brown, Barnes line, which I must admit, by the end of that period, that seemed to have changed up.
Well, we know they like changing things up a lot here with this. They like to keep their opposition guessing at what lineup's going to come out. But nothing seems to have been fruitful for either side at the moment. I mean, we've seen Mackenzie sitting in that blue paint area a lot, but not managed to get his stick on the end of a puck yet.
No, and you can see that's a play that Sheffield were looking for. They're bringing the winger around the outside and then drawing the defence all one way and then trying to send the puck back across the slot to somebody skating in as they...
I think I'd be right.
Very much so. Well, no, that's the wrong song, Gary.
Oh, right.
But now, as you can see there, that's the sort of thing Sheffield are trying. We've seen Widnes try down the other end. Let's not take kid. But I think the Widnes play is more crashing the net. They seem to be trying to go around the back of the net, looking for the wraparounds, looking for the shooting the long range for the spill up and then crashing the net on that. Right now, though, like I say, both netminders having a blinder.
They certainly are, and I can't believe it's still 0-0, but we've still got 2 periods of hockey to play, yeah. A lot of time left, a lot can happen. I'm sure you'll be keeping an eye on the score and certainly on the action here from Drop the Puck. But before we continue with this, I'd just like to give a little shout out to one of our colleagues who used to have us out during the season, occasionally pops in and that's author Stewie Latham. He actually writes a few books. A few, should I say. He writes a lot of books.
Oh, yeah, and they're very, very fascinating books as well. He tends to establish around either certain clubs or in brief. And I think, you know, what he has done is spectacular.
Well, I know he's written something like 60 years of Altrincham Aces. He's written about the Deeside Dragons, Slough Jets, Cardiff Devils, Manchester Storm as well. The complete history, he did that. Another one here is Ice Hockey Memories. That got some great stories from different people around the ice hockey leagues, including ourselves. We're actually in this. I think we're in most of the books, to be honest with you.
I do believe so. Boy, obviously he isn't the only author out there as well.
No, I also want to give a bit of a shout out as well. During the lockdown period, Widnes Wild's very own Paul Breeze managed to put a book out called, believe it or not, Widnes Wild Lockdown Look Back, and it was a look back over the season during 2020 coronavirus lockdown of all the things that Widnes had done, and that's another great read. And if you want to have a look or find out more about those books, you can certainly have a look on our Drop the Puck Facebook page, where you can we'll put a link up to those, and maybe you could even purchase one for yourself.
Very much so. And Gary, I can see the teams over my shoulder now starting to come out for this second period.
So without further ado, I think it's time to go to the ice. It's time to drop the puck.
As you can see, the team slowly making their way out there. Back onto the ice first are the Sheffield Scimitars, and a couple of people to pick up on immediately, Gary, from that first period that were causing no end of trouble for the Wild, and that was number 25, James Lamming. He was all over the defensive unit.
Yeah, he had some pace on him in that. When he gets the opportunity in that's pass to him down the wing. If he gets the open ice, he's away.
Yeah, and Ripley's another one as well. We saw it there.
Yeah, the defences have got to be the Wild defence have got to be very, very aware of that. And Saga keeps saying, head on a swivel. But don't forget, though, Widnes are coming into this second period with a man advantage, Ben.
Yeah, so 1:55 on the power play clock is how we will start this second period. Widnes on the 5-on-4 as Warren Tate will serve that tripping penalty assessed to him that was given late in that first period, sorry.
Yeah, you don't want to be handing Widnes Wild an opportunity like this, and unfortunately Sheffield have done that, just coming to the end of that first period.
Now, obviously, if Widnes do come flying out the blocks now and quick goal, that'll be such a setback for Sheffield.
Yeah, they can't really afford to go on the back heel, but will Widnes Wild find that red button?
Okay, Mr. Williams brings them to the centre. It's going to be Mackenzie and Brown. Puck drop, we're under away, and immediately it comes off the back of Mr. Williams.
Sounded like a Wurzel then. We're underway.
Barnes puts it in, and the clock ticking away as already 20 seconds have gone off that power play. Pearson back in net.
How quick is that time flown already?
As Widnes look to establish themselves. Little drop pass there to Barnes, and couldn't quite get there. Griffin in possession though. Takes his time, looks to go to Brown on the wing. Brown skates it in, chased down by Morris into the corner. Takes his time round the back of the net. Goes out to Baldwin at the point. Fighting on the boards now to try and keep it in. And it's Sheffield going to clear it out. We're into the final minute now already of that power play. And there is literally a minute gone off the play clock already in this third period. And Pearson! Well, Pearson tried to knock it onto the stick of Baldwin there, and instead he's giving it on a plate to Ripley.
Yeah, said you've got to keep an eye on Ripley. He was just sitting there on his own. Backside of the goal, manages to flip it past Pearson. And he's given Sheffield a surprise short-handed goal here. So now Widnes Wild 1. Widnes Wild 0. Sheffield Scimitars 1. And nearly given Widnes a goal there.
Well, that's not
how the form book goes.
That's not what we'd have expected, but fair enough. Sheffield taking advantage of the short-handed opportunities. Hyde and Beach skating straight back in. Beach looking to get that shot on Hadfield, does straight down his throat, and there's 46 seconds left on that power play now.
Yeah, it's a surprise goal there. Widnes caught on the hop.
And that Ripley goal, first assist going to Scott Morris. Well, face off as Hagger winds up, lets one rip. That's again into the glove of Hadfield. There's 39 seconds left on this power play now. 18:44 in the period. And this Widnes power play unit, on paper, you've got Beach, Streetley, Coulter, Hyde, Hagger. We mentioned about All-Stars before, Gary. There are a lot of household names there. But Sheffield have done enough.
The thing is, though, Ben, about all-star teams, and we've found this in other sports as well, not all the time these players can play together like this.
as Hagger's taking it straight down the other end. Fed it to Coulter, gets it back. 15 seconds now remains on the man advantage. Hagger looking for support. Manages to find it. Skating around the back there in Coulter. Taking his time. As again trying to find it, and there goes the trapdoor as Tate comes back out. That's the end of the man advantage. Immediately on the puck, it's a 2-on-2 situation. Tate feeds it across to Ruskin Hughes. Streetley gets over there now, and it's done enough to allow Widnes to get their defensive units back.
Well, and it's trapped up against the boards.
And Beach has been brought down there. Oh, sorry, apologies. Beach and Ruskin Hughes it was. It's Hughes that's ended up on the floor. So, 17:47 remaining in this second period, and it's Widnes 0, Sheffield 1.
Glad you got it right.
Well, somebody had to.
Thanks, Ben.
Face-off won there by Widnes. As Widnes come on the attack now with Brown. Found Gilbert down the wing. Gilbert cuts inside. Tries to find Barnes. Skating in. It's gone to Brown still. Brown behind the Sheffield net. Coming out with some venom now. Barnes. Shot comes in from Baldwin. It's gone sailing wide, and Hadfield's going to jump all over that and freeze out any momentum Widnes were building there.
Yeah, wicked deflection there, but Hadfield managed to pluck it out the sky and stop any further attack.
17:26 remaining in the second period. So we're going to go to the left of Hadfield. It's going to be Mackenzie and Gilbert, and they draw. Sheffield win that face-off. Cut out by Barnes, who saw that pass there. Tried to find Brown. Unfortunately, Sheffield have cleared it away for Widnes. And here comes Ripley. Ripley tried to lay that over to Brammer. It's cut out by Gilbert. He's giving it away to Mackenzie, though. Scooped up and away, and Barnes taking that back in, takes a shot, and again, Hadfield denies Adam Barnes. 17 minutes now remaining in the second period.
Yeah, you see Widnes trying their best to try and level the score up and putting that Scimitars net under a bit of pressure. Quick mention there, Steve Rogers. How many times has D-side been mentioned yet? Well, I think we mentioned them once already.
Yeah, very much so. But obviously D-side not competing in this competition.
Nope.
And for those that are aware, obviously, that the D-side ice rink was being used as one of the Nightingale hospitals as well during the pandemic time. So they have actually been without a rink.
Yeah, I believe they'll be back to training in July, I think it is.
Very much, as will most teams as well. Likes of Bradford Bulldog and the Altrincham Aces. As Sheffield come in there. Trying to push it forward. Have done with Barnes. Barnes takes his time. Goes through the middle. It's well cut out there by Bell.
A lot of Scimitar sticks in the way there.
Bell takes down Barnes' stick as Sheffield try and clear the zone. Gets put straight back in now, straight onto the stick of Otley. Great play there by Dineco. Griffin dumped it in once more. Brown takes a shot, and Hadfield's got an answer for him.
Well, opportunity there, but he hasn't capitalised. The score still remains Widnes Wild 0. Sheffield Scimitars 1.
16:07 left on the clock. Face-off will be to the right of Hadfield. Win by the Wild Dogs. He takes a shot early and through the traffic. Hadfield manages to capture the glimpse of the rubber there. Well, it was a good opportunity there for the Wild. 16:04 now. So we go retake the face-off again. Back from the same point. Great tie up there between Morris and Coulter. Into the corner. Doxey fights away on the boards. Tries to get it out to Coulter. Coulter's done enough to come out with that. Turns his man in Yeardley. Gets it to Streetley at the point. Streetley blue line shot. Well, Hyde was out in front looking for the redirect.
A little bit high then.
And again, little backhand from Hyde trying to get the wrap around. We've gone the other way now. Cleared away Streetley. Comfortably going to get that, but the Miss Andrews decides that's an icing call and we get a stoppage in play.
And I'm not going to argue with Miss Andrews. Have you seen that girl play?
Well, 15:31 now remaining in that first period.
Oh, deflected.
Widnes trying to get something out of this game. Barry takes a shot and it's going to be a blocker save there for Hadfield. Strictly puts it back into the corner to Doxy. Round to Hyde. Barry tries to get there, but they've found Pywell of Sheffield. Pywell brought down. As a little bit of a scramble out in front of that Widnes bench, but it's come all the way down to Morris. Morris in the low slot. Tried to find Ruskin Hughes, and it's a key poke check there from Barry as Ruskin Hughes puts it high into the netting.
Morris must be kicking himself there. He was spinning around like a spinny roundy thing and just didn't do it enough, did he? Opportunity missed. He could have slotted that home and extended a lead for the Sheffield Scimitars.
Well, this is getting interesting. So we're going to get a face-off. Left-hand side of Pearson as Morgan works out around the boards, but it's intercepted by Hughes of the Wild. 14:43 now left in this period. Clock ticking away. And ticking away on the time for the Wild to try and get something back. As out in front was Nell, and it's gone in. Well, it's gone through the padding of Pearson. It was well worked there by Sheffield.
Yeah, they took the opportunity. Plenty of defenders, but that open gap, he fires it home and it goes straight between the legs pads of Pearson, and it's extended the lead here for Sheffield. It's now Widnes Wild 0, Sheffield Scimitars 2.
Yeah, and that goal to Elliot Nell coming from Deneco. Apologies, Gibson, I believe it was.
Well, we'll give a shout out to Tina Roberts has asked us to give a shout out to her son Jaden. He's a Scimitars fan, huge fan of Scott McKenzie's.
Well, I know the Sims will definitely want to try and hold on to Mackenzie for next season, but the likelihood is he will be returning to Telford.
Probably they all go back to their elite clubs.
Oh, well, yeah, they're elite in their Northern League clubs, or National League, I should say, sorry. And immediately, those Sims putting Pearson back under pressure once more. Hughes takes his time to try and dig it out on the boards to Beach. Tate intercepts it, puts it back the other way. Worthington Evans now gets it round to Hagger. It's dumped forward, that's going to be down. And there's an icing call with 13:53 remaining, second period.
Well, surprising under the action that we've had end to end, and it's the Scimitars got the lead here at the moment, but Wild need to get back into this.
Well, Wild left it late to come back into that game against Nottingham yesterday.
Yeah, I think the Scimitars are a different game now. It's going to be tough.
As the face-off goes the Sims' way once more. Trying to wait that puck around again calmly. Brammer in the corner. Lays it off to Ripley. Ripley looking for the opportunity. Decides to go back to Brammer. And Sheffield well established now in the Widnes zone. Good rotation as they're working that unit. Found Mackenzie, and great save there by Pearson as he tried to go near post. Tight angle.
Small gap to try and get.
But that's the calibre Mackenzie brings, and he can hit those shots. And Ripley's picked up the loose puck and gone back the other way once more. Ripley looking for the quick. Oh, well, you can see what they were trying to do there, trying to find the back door quickly, but it's ended up all the way down Hadfield's net as both teams go for a quick line change. Brammer turns it around. Mackenzie in the middle with Griffin. Griffin has found Barnes. Barnes and Brown back on the ice now. 12:53 remaining in the period. And that's going to be stoppage in play there as the official loses his sight of the puck. 12:49 on the clock. And that was a very long shift there for the Widnes guys.
Well, the officials have a little bit of a discussion. Oops, is it officials Andrews just having their helmet checked there?
Face off, right hand side of Hadfield. Tied up. Bang. Well, Barnes gets a shot in. Brown puts it back in. It's down on the deck, and Hadfield's on that quick.
Yeah, Hadfield really quick to see that. Barnes tried to do a backhand after his first attempt, the rebound shot, and he saves it up.
Well, one thing we can't wait for, Gary, is to get fans back in the rinks. The atmosphere it brings is certainly something else. Great one-timer there from Baldwin.
Of course, with this being the last day before officially people could go into pubs and cafes and restaurants.
As Hadfield wraps another one up with 12:31 on the clock.
Yeah, there'll just be about another month before people are allowed to turn to their sporting events.
Yeah, and everyone's waiting to get back out there. No, we've got a few people chomping at the bit.
Is that horse racing?
One of many things, Gary. One of many things.
Okay.
As Sheffield again take off up this wing with Rogers. He's got Lamming in support there, but Baldwin's muscled him out off the board. Then Mr. Williams just loses sight of the puck, and we're going to get that one blown. 12:12 on the clock. Don't forget, guys, keep those shout-outs coming in. Any messages, we will read them out. Let us know what you're going to be doing in the downtime between now and potentially the regular season.
Starting to drop the puck merchandise shop, I think.
Is that drop the puck GoFundMe?
GoFundMe, yeah. I need a house in Marbella.
Shot comes in again, kicked away by Pearson. And, we've got a call. And that's cross-checking.
Oh, is this going to be on? Yes, on Widnes.
And it's on Griffin. So Jordan Griffin makes his way to the box. 11:59 on the clock. And this is not what you want to be doing, as the Widnes Wild is giving advantage to the Sheffield Scimitars at the moment.
Yeah, it's end-to-end stuff, and handing the Scimitars a power play opportunity. You can bet your life they're going to try and extend this lead now in the next 2 minutes.
So crucial face-off now for the Wild. Left-hand side of Pearson. It's going to be Tatum Brown. Brown wins out, immediately goes to charge forward. Tries to clear the puck out of the zone, but the Sims have done enough. Hold it up in the point with Morgan. Starts to work that puck round. Immediately Streetley's in. Gibson plays it back to Morgan once more. Tate tried to get that across the middle, and they've allowed in the Widnes Wild. Here comes Barnes. Barnes fakes the shot, lets it go for Brown.
Oh.
And Sheffield back up the other way though. Streetley gets over. Comfortably. Going to be picked up there by Barry. He's got Nell in support. Oh, we've got a call again. And that's elbow. So there's an elbowing call now, and that's going to be served to Kieran Brown on the Widnes Wild. And just like that, Widnes are down to 3 men on the ice.
So it's a reverse of what happened in the last game between these two. We've got a lot of Wild players now sitting in the penalty box. Have the Scimitars found the red button for the Wild, do you think?
Well, 11:24 on the clock. We've got 1:25 remaining on the penalty to set to Griffin. Full 2 minutes on the one now to Kieran Brown. And we've got ourselves 5-on-3 in favour of the Sims. You fancy them to bag another one here?
Yeah, certainly.
You can see Bell just giving the nod there for his players to start moving. Yeardley plays that around to Mackenzie, and of course you've got players wide open now.
Yeah, Morris sitting at the back post there. And, oh!
Well, that was a great effort there. Pearson's managed to get his skate and pad in the way of that.
Yeah, Mackenzie.
Shot comes in, it's come off the body of Baldwin. He's felt that one.
Mackenzie looking to feed Morris in on the far side.
Clock ticking away on those penalties. Shot comes in again. It's gone. Off the boards, out of play. Out of the Widnes zone, I should say. With 44 seconds now remaining on the penalty to Griffin. 1:15 on the one to Brown. And the clock keeps ticking away as Sheffield come again. Bramett feeds it over wing to Bell. Mackenzie sat on the edge of the paint there.
Yeah, he's looking for that little opening near post.
And so far, Sheffield doing well to go puck to puck, and that's what they wanted though, was the opportunity to get in there, but it's turned back away quickly. Mackenzie couldn't get the pass out in time. Oh, no! Well, that was well worked, and he was certainly coming from Bell to Ruskin Hughes. Ruskin Hughes, very quick through the leg pads of Pearson.
Yeah, circling the puck around. It was just waiting to happen, and it slotted in. When you've got 5-on-3, there's not much you can really do about it, and the Wild go down another goal now. It's now Widnes Wild 0, Sheffield Scimitars 3. And of course, that will cancel out one of the penalties.
So the penalty assessed to Jordan Griffin now nulled, as we've got 42 seconds remaining on the penalty save to Kieran Brown for elbowing. 10:06 remain in this period. And you can see the official just having a word with the witness bench. So we get ready to go back underway. Morgan works that round well. So Ripley under pressure from Barnes. Barnes stole it though. Tries to gain the zone. Ripley immediately shuts the door on him, gets that back. 28 seconds now left on that power play. 5-on-4 in favour of the Scimitars.
Ripley with that speed.
Hughes, Streetley just shuts the door on him. Had to let it run for Brammer. So Morgan on the point. Tries to go back the opposite side to Nixon. Blocker save from Pearson. And you can hear 10 seconds now remain on the power play. That trap door will open and release Kieran Brown back into the fray.
2-1 and he's back.
Brammer takes a shot. There we go, back to full strength hockey, and immediately Brown and Barnes go straight on the attack. Barnes loses the puck, loses his edge, and loses the opportunity for Widnes. Baldwin all the way down now, forced to skate wide by Brammer. Brown just takes control of the situation, decides, turns it around, looks to go again. Coulter and Barnes in support still. Brown tried to spin around and get that slot through the pass. Oh, pass through the slot, sorry. Get me words jumbled up. As Baldwin puts it back in once more, Griffin tries to flick it on. Back the other way, Nell does enough to give Baldwin the pressure. And Sheffield circling around in front of this Pearson net. Great pass from Coulter to Doxey. Doxey decides to support the back of the net. Here come Widnes with something, possibly.
A lot of Scimitars in that blue paint area though.
Shot comes in, redirected, Hyde. Well, Hadfield goes post to post quick enough to shut the door.
Nobody there to head it in.
They need an Alison Becker, Gary.
Ooh.
8 minutes now remain in this period.
See what you did there, you know.
Working the puck round again, well, trying to stretch out that Sheffield defensive setup. And Hyde pinballed everywhere.
Yeah, been muscled out of that one.
Turned right over, we've got a breakaway for Morris. Morris has got Gibson to support Gibson. Dangles! Pearson leaves him high and dry.
Well, 2-on-1. And he feeds it across, and bang, in you go. Sheffield extend their lead here at Plans Ice Widnes is now. Widnes Wild 0, Sheffield Scimitars 4, and we've got 7:39 remaining in this second period.
Well, Gary, is it damage limitation now? Is that what Hagler and Mark Gillingham have got to be looking at?
Well, don't forget, Widnes played Nottingham yesterday, were 5-2 down in that third and final period, managed to claw back to 5-5, so it's not without reach.
Well, we'll see how this goes now for the remainder of this period. 7:30 on the clock. Sheffield once more in possession of the puck. Trying to play this puck out, and they have done. They've managed to find Ruskin Hughes, tries to go through the middle of the Widnes defence. Pyrewell! Well, the puck fell back to Cameron Pyrewell, and he picks the top shelf glove side of Pearson. And Gary, surely that's got to be the nail in the coffin.
Well, that's just what you don't want. A wounded animal had been punished again. Wild, under a lot of pressure.
And Wild have called a timeout.
Yeah, that Wild net's under a lot of pressure. Pearson must be screaming at his defence.
And you'd expect that they'd swap the netminders over this situation. Are we going to see Harrison Walker go in? It looks like he's getting his pads ready, so that's what I'm expecting.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to change the netminder. But while you're doing that, Ben, I'm going to go to our chat. And Soap Rose 1 said she most definitely won't be sleeping and is waiting for next season. Nothing too exciting. Ed Sharples, can I get a shout out for me and my wife who have found out we're expecting a baby boy in October? Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Eddie and Chloe from Widnes. And a shout out to Wayne from Matthew Barlow. Luke Webb shouting get in Sims. Obviously a Senator supporter.
And there's the official announcement there as Harrison Walker now takes the mantle in between the pipes for the Widnes Wild. And give Pearson his due. It's been a tough series for him. They've had some excellent talent bolster the other teams, the likes of Nottingham and Sheffield. Obviously, Croyle, the traditional netminder here at Widnes, but Matt Croyle unable to commit to the series, which meant that they had Pearson and were looking for another goaltender, and Walker stepped in last minute.
Well, the thing is, Ben, and we've said it throughout this streaming series and the one prior.
Nell takes a shot and tests Walker early. Sheffield on the attack again. Sorry to cut you off, Gary.
No, it's fine. It's we've got to remember, we've said that these games are purely for fun, just to give the guys some ice time after a year of being out. So, you know, it's nothing, you know, it's no big thing winning these little tournaments, but I suppose they're little victories within themselves.
You say that, but it gives great momentum going into the league as we've got a 2-1 situation, and Nixon fancied it. Tried to test Walker, and he's got the answer for him this time as Barnes and Brown chase that puck back down, and things slowly start to pick up, Gary. As you can see, Widnes going through the gears again with Brown. Skates it in. Will he go wrap around? He's looking for the wrap around. Hadfield's got the seal, turns it round.
You can't walk it in, no, Ben. You can't walk that puck
and
in.
And lambing all over Streetley there. Barry loses out to Rogers. Lammy and Rogers really testing Barry and Streetley. Blue line, Nixon gets it. Deflected there by Coulter. Doxey tries to dig it out from under his skates. Manages to do so. Barry takes a shot to come off the stick of Otley. 5:30 now remaining in the second period. Doxey takes a shot. Comes off the netminder. Going back up the other way now with Rogers. Gets a stretch pass to Brammer. Barnes and Hughes. Out to Hyde. Hyde goes to play it to a teammate, but it comes off the legs of Mackenzie, and in the little fray that pursued, Sheffield going to come out with that puck. Oh, that's a good attempt there, and it's in! Well, is that going to be accredited to Hyde? It looks it. There was Doxey and Hyde in there and Coulter, but with 4:49 remaining in the second period, Widnes are finally on the board.
Yeah, they needed that much needed goal there. It's given a little bit of a lifeline. Not much, but still. Could this be a comeback for them? Widnes Wild 1, Sheffield Scimitars 5.
Right, okay, so it looks like we're going to go back in once more, and it looks like the goal's going to be assessed to Joe Coulter. So Coulter gets on the board. Will this give a little bit of fire now under the Widnes Wild as he goes back the other way? Beach to Hager. Hager takes a shot, deflected off his stick, runs wide. He's going to chase his own rebound. Yeah, and it's a Joe Coulter goal from Danny Hyde. Baldwin takes a shot. And now Widnes suddenly woken up late in the second period.
Well, I said at the start of the first period, Ben, now we're going to see a slow start from Widnes.
Robinson finds Beach. Beach looks to take a shot. Great deflection. Robinson again. As we're entering the 4th minute remaining in this period. Griffin turns that round to Beach, who dumps it in. It's going to be intercepted by Sheffield as they look to clear it out. Griffin plays off the bench boards. Gone back the other way to Pyrewell. Griffin again, straight over. And Jordan Griffin having to put a shift in here. It's Baldwin. Looks for that stretch pass, finds it. in Barnes. Barnes to Brown once more. Back to Barnes. Tried to get the little soft pass back to Kieran Brown. Griffin now. Trying to work this puck deep in the zone of Sheffield, and they can't keep that in. That's come out. 3:14 now remaining in the period.
Yeah, all the action happening on the wrong side of the net there, Ben.
And that's going to be an icing call as Adam Barnes just loses his edge there.
Well, Widnes got this one goal so far. Only 3 minutes remaining in this second period, and they desperately need to try and get another one before they go into the break.
So we're going down to the Widnes zone, face off left-hand side of Walker. It's going to be Gilbert and McKenzie in the face-off, as Miss Andrews is just having a quiet word with Coach Stephen Weeks of the Sheffield Scimitars. Mr. Horner drops a puck and it's gone away a Widnes. It's Baldwin. Turns it over to McKenzie. Well, it's found Brammer. And Ripley skates in for the rebound.
Yeah, the shot's fired in there. And like we were saying before, you got to pick up the scraps. It's fired home by Brammer. And Ripley managed to get the rebound. And it's given an extended lead here for the Scimitars late in this second period. Widnes Wild 1, Sheffield Scimitars 6.
Scimitars showing why they're the Three River Cup champions.
They've given a good account of themselves in this streaming series, Ben.
Very much so. 2:55 now remain in this second period, and there's 5-goal deficit now. That will have knocked any little, or what little wind was in the Widnes sails.
Yeah, a goal confirmed there for Ripley and the assist from Brammer.
As Doxy under pressure from Brammer once more. Brammer to Ripley again. Well, that was almost a number 2 for Ripley. Widnes are able to clear that down. And now Widnes look like they're just chasing the puck around, Gary.
Yeah, they've got to try and get back into this game.
Ripley's going to get over on that loose puck once more, and this is what Sheffield seems to be doing that Widnes just haven't quite attuned to, and that's jumping on all these loose pucks and any little turnover in possession.
Hey, you'd be forgiven for saying that, you know, they're not playing for anything really, but at the same time, there's a bit of pride at stake here, and we said that the Scimitars would be looking to get revenge for that last defeat they had here.
As we're into the final minute and a half of this second period. 1:40 in fact shows on the clock. And it's almost as if, Gary, all the momentum and pace that had been building and all this intensity that we saw in the first period has completely died off now.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like it's gone. It's just they blew themselves out in that first period. And
well, Hagger wins to draw their shot in from Robinson. It's come back out onto a Sheffield stick once more. Hagger's fighting a way to dig it out there in the skates. Hagger and Beach are over there, but Sheffield look to clear it. Big shot comes in from the point there, and that was from Worthington Evans. Thought about a second bite of the cherry, decides to pass it to Hughes. Little mix up there is allowed. Sheffield in with Gibson. Hagger gets back though, supports his team. Robinson. Bell gets around him, sees the space, takes a shot. It's off the blocker, out once more. Walker has to dive to get in the way.
it was sitting there waiting to be tapped in.
And Walker's managed to grab that right off the chest there of Gibson. That'll give him a little bit of confidence back as we enter the final minute.
Well, don't forget there's one more game to still be played in this Three Rivers series, and that's the Nottingham Lions will be visiting the Sheffield Scimitars next week.
No doubt you'll have the lovely Craig Simpson there calling that one. We wish you all the luck for that one, Craig.
Silver Fox himself.
As we're into this final minute, 40 seconds in fact on the clock now, ticking down. And I can tell you now that the Widnes Wild will want to get into that locker room quicker than they came out on that first period.
Yeah, it's been a big learning curve in this second period.
As Barnes looks to get that pass off the boards, shut down by Eardley. They're piling the pressure on late though. It's Barnes, gets inside, looks to take the shot. Morgan gets his stick in the way. It's come out to Griffin at the point, decides to switch it to Baldwin, takes his shot through traffic, come back out. 10 seconds now remain in the period. Here come the Scimitars again with Rogers and Lamming. Lamming, well, he only had to get his stick on that, and that had been past Walker. He was wide open.
And that's the buzzer.
And there's the buzzer, yeah, man. Is it too little, too late, Gary?
I think it is, but we can't say damage limitations. I mean, that goes without saying, really. But the one thing I would say is, could this get heated now in this third period? Nothing to play for, but it's certainly a different look Wild in this game. Of course,
different look from when we last saw them.
Yeah, of course. The last time they welcomed Nottingham Lions to the Widnes Planet Ice. And we've got highlights of the action from that game coming right up after this.
Brakes and Sons sponsor Drop the Puck.
Chased up once more by Hopkins into that corner. Hopkins turns it over, and here comes Barry. Barry skids it through from the dot shot. Tom Barry.
Well, that was a nice shot.
From the dot on the left-hand side of Josh Crane.
Yeah, he comes in, brings it across the face of goal almost. But just as you think he is, cuts back out, sends a dummy on the netminder and slots it to the right of that Nottingham Lions netminder. Struggles to do anything with it, and it's now Widnes Wild 1, Nottingham Lions 0.
Won by the Nottingham Lions as they use the boards to try and get round behind the Widnes net. Gibbs. Well, it's going to be cut out there by Hyde. Body on there, Hyde, and Gibbs and Hyde tie up a little bit. Played out by Griffin. Griffin tried to knock it forward for Doxy, but he's only put it on the stick of Hazeldine. And now Archie Hazeldine looking for Fisher skating through, finds him. Fisher gains his own. Chased down by Baldwin once more. Taking the time. Widnes lucky to set something up now, Coulter. Coulter still retains the puck. He's managed to find Hyde wide open on the wing, and Danny Hyde makes it pay. You could see that play unfolding there as Coulter was drawing in the Nottingham players around him, leaving Hyde wide open on the wing.
Right down the middle, and they were all expecting it to come in through the centre, but Hyde slots it home from the side, gives Widnes an extension on their lead. It's now Widnes Wild 2, Nottingham Lions 0.
You see they're trying to work this puck around well. Create a bit of space. Nottingham now start to cycle the puck in the Widnes zone. Tried to find a man up front there, given away, and that's Brown. Brown opens up his skates. Still Kieran Brown. Kieran Brown brought down by Challenge there. And we've got a penalty shot. So there's going to be a penalty shot awarded to Widnes. It was Brown that was skating in.
Well,
he's been brought down by Bailey Challenge.
Do you know what? I think it'd be interesting. It was a close call, that, really. I didn't think that was much of a penalty, to be honest, but nevertheless, it's been given. We don't argue with the officials.
Kieran Brown will be taking that penalty shot. 6:39 show on the clock. Can Widnes go into this first period break? 3-0. Here we go. Oh, Kieran Brown.
Wow.
That was a bit dirty. That was a bit of a dirty dangle.
Well,
I see it again.
I thought the netminder had that there, but whatever he did, flipped it, and the puck does a backflip into the net. And extends the lead here for Widnes Wild.
Lovely little toe drag onto the back, brought it round. Crane, sat Crane down, and then just lifted it over the pads, lovely. And it's 3-0 Widnes already. Crane reunited with his stick. Barnes lays it off to Brown. Brown takes his time, takes a shot, looking for Barnes. Barnes! Well, that was a great little play. Barnes put the puck on the net. It was off the leg pads of Crane. Comes back out, and Barnes with the lovely little backhand.
Yeah, little dummy there. He does well to slot it into the net.
Again, Gary, we're seeing this line of Hopkins, Luca, and Weldon for the Lions. They seem to be leaning heavy, should we say, on this line at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment, but I mean, obviously,
shot in, and Brown from the face-off. Well, don't blink, and otherwise you will miss it.
Well, what can I say? Straight from the face-off, and it's fired home straight away. You see that puck floating around, you take that opportunity, and it slams into the back of the net.
And that's the experience Kieran Brown brings.
And it gives the Wild an extended lead here now. It's Widnes Wild 5, Nottingham Lions 0.
Finds Baldwin near side, down the left wing. Baldwin gains his own, cuts in, tries to find Brown, sticking on the back post. Kieran Brown now. Just the way he handles the stick and his reactions are just unbelievable. He is a cut above the rest.
It is exciting to watch. You said it earlier. Having these players is creating exciting hockey, but that goes across the board with the other teams, like I said as well. It would be nice to see this in the regular season.
Very much so, Gary. As the Hawks, when say the Hawks, then they're not even playing. So the Lions come out with that. Another shot in from the Wild again. Coulter there, and that appears to come off the back skate of Crane, and that's going to be a Joe Coulter goal.
Yeah, the puck gets fired in, it bounces off the netminder, and Coulter's just there, side of the post to slot it home. Extend the lead here for Widnes Wild. With 15:43 remaining in the second period, it's now Widnes Wild 6, Nottingham Lions 0. Pearson's been really, really solid in that Wild net today as we get a face-off just to the left of Pearson.
Shot comes in. Oh, that's come off the face.
It's in.
Well, it's come off the face of Louis Baldwin.
Oh, are we going to get it?
And is it going to be waved off?
Well,
we'll see the replay there. Luca takes that shot, and Baldwin's taking a big wrist shot there from Luca.
Well, we'll just hopefully he's all right, but
that is the danger of obviously playing ice hockey, and that's why a lot of the guys wear visors.
Yeah, it seems to be all right.
Baldwin laughs it off. I think it's just winded him more than anything. I'm looking over the scoreboard though, Gary, and the goal does appear not to have gone on.
That's unlucky. I mean, we don't like players getting hurt, but Nottingham must be kicking themselves there.
Hang on. Oh, Mr. Wells has come to the bench. Yeah, and I think it's been given.
Well, there you go.
There it is. So finally, the Nottingham Lions get a goal. 1:15 now on the clock, ticking away slowly. Neil takes a shot.
Well deflected.
Great blocker save there from Pearson. Hopkins back on the scraps. Back across once more. Alphonse, there it is. Well, Hopkins put it across. They tried to put it on the back door from Luca. And it's going to be put in there. It looked like Weldon with the goal.
Yeah, it fed in well, and he was right in the right spot there, sitting right in the crease.
And Weldon, wide open goal.
So it's now Widnes Wild 6, Nottingham Lions 2.
16:25 now remain on the clock. Wild.
Oh, just too far.
Hughes manages to reel it in, only puts it onto the stick of Hopkins, who manages to dump it over to Luca. Luca now skids inside, fans on the first pass, gets a shot off, and it's in! It looks to come off the back of Pearson's leg, and we warned about it. Vladimir Luca strikes one for the Nottingham Lions.
Yeah, he feeds it in. It's a lucky shot, but it's ricocheted off the back of the netminder, got into the net, and it's now Widnes Wild 6, Nottingham Lions 3.
Neil, under pressure from Barnes. Barnes is still on the puck. Adam Barnes 1-on-1. Oh, well, he sat Lucas Sheldon down, picked his spot, and just like that.
Yeah, he manages to break away one-on-one with the netminder, and it's a little left-right. Slots it home. Extends the lead here now for Widnes. It's now Widnes Wild 7. Nottingham Lions 3.
Slowing the play down now. Hazeldown. 4 for Lions. Brings it through neutral ice. Decides to dump it into the corner. It's going to be picked up once more by Barry. Barry plays it round to Strictly. Gets it back. Taking the time. Widnes now looking to build on this play. Brown skates inside. Takes the shot.
Oh, what a goal!
Well, Kieran Brown cuts inside Archie Hazeldine. Lets one rip out the pocket.
Barnes taps for the shot, feeds it straight to Brown. He takes it up the sideboard and looks for that inside line and slots it home to give Widnes a 5-goal extended lead here now. It's 8 to the Widnes Wild, 3 Nottingham Lions.
Lions look to reset. Come again. Haggers, the high man for Widnes. Hopkins.
Ooh. Does he fancy his hat-trick?
Takes his time. Luca. Out to Neil. Luca again. Taking his time. Working it round. Goes to Weldon. There we go. Back out. Neil. Well, you thought he was going to take the shot. Hazeldown to put it back in.
It took too long.
And it's in from Hopkins.
Well,
birthday goal for Jack Hopkins there. And to be honest, Gary, that was just a really well worked.
I thought they missed the opportunity there, and I thought it was as one of the players looked like he waved over the top of it, but Hopkins manages to find it and slots it home. And it's now Widnes Wild 8, Nottingham Lions 4.
Face off, pushed down towards the Nottingham zone as Hazeldown's forced back. He's got Beach on the forecheck. Armstrong now on the ice. Here comes Price. Armstrong takes his time. Do believe it's his first shift of the night. And Hager now. Laid back for Hughes. Off the board. Hazeldine picks that up, takes a shot. Archie Hazeldine gets on the board. And to be fair, it's well deserved after the effort he's put in today.
Yeah, a little slip up there, and he manages to steal it between the two Wild players. Takes his chance, slots it home, and gives the Lions another goal here. Now Widnes Wild 8, Nottingham Lions 5.
Brakes and Sons sponsor Drop the Puck.
Well, what a contrast, Gary, this game is to that last one there. The highlights are obviously from the Nottingham game where the Widnes decided to take control of the game and took it to Nottingham. And, well, it seems the other way around in this one.
I caught you out there, didn't I? Don't adjust your volumes there. Yeah, you're certainly right there, Ben, because that was a completely different game. Everything was to play for then, and Nottingham, although they looked quite strong in that game, Widnes really took control of it, and something they seem to be failing to do in this one. But we keep saying it, okay, it's a meaningless game in the sense that it doesn't affect the results in the table or whatever, but certainly there's a lot of pride at stake. And after the last game between these two, you certainly think that, you know, they put up a good account of themselves, but the Scimitars certainly come into the Planet Ice Widnes today definitely wanting to make a statement showing why they are top of the table.
Well, definitely. I think you've hit every nail on the head there. And
With a hammer.
Yeah, and I also think you touched on something just before we went into that break and watched the highlights there, that don't think that this game's going to go quietly into the night. I think this is there are some blue touch paper out there to be lit, and I think that Widnes might come out with a few matches trying to light it.
There's a third period to play.
Oh yes, there is. And I certainly think that we will get some action. We may get some fireworks in the sense of a couple of dropped gloves. I think those penalties, I think we might see a bit more discipline slip, and I don't want to say that because it's been a good game. But
I do.
Well, yeah, you do, because
I like the fighting. Sorry.
But, you know, like, what we've got to do is we've got to take this for what it was. And it was an opportunity to get guys out on the ice that hadn't skated for a year. We've had the streaming series, we've had the Three Rivers Cup, and now potentially, if there is nothing after this, then there's going to be nothing probably till the league starts. So, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I know we're going a long period without hockey, and I know how you feel. So,
I've got my American football to go to, so I'm all right.
I'll just go back to streaming, I'm all right.
Okay.
No, I jest. Obviously, and, you know, we've got a lot of guys out there as well that have helped us along the way during the series as well. We'd like to thank, obviously, the likes of our tech crew and that as well have helped us put this on, and the guys here at Planet Ice Widnes as well.
Yeah, well, mentioning tech crews and the streaming series, we'll make this opportunity the chance to say thank you to all of the crews, all the broadcast crews that have been involved in this streaming series. I know we've got one more game remaining, which is Nottingham versus Sheffield at Sheffield Scimitars Ice Rink, but I want to say thank you to Nottingham Lions TV.
Yeah, that's Chris Gadsby and obviously Johnny Bullard. When he is there, Chris doing a job on his own for a lot of it as well.
Grand job yesterday, he done really well. And of course, Sheffield Scimitars TV are the Silver Fox himself, Craig Simpson.
Yeah, he's been on the mic over there as well, which has been interesting. Great commentary as well. And obviously, don't forget, guys, Craig is the host of the EIHA podcast, which you can catch every week on eiha.co.uk.
I think we've been on that, haven't we?
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe, because don't forget, of course, you can follow us on our usual outlets, which is you can get us on Facebook, on Twitter, you can get us on Instagram, and of course on YouTube, which you'll be watching it on this now. And we've got our webpage as well, which is BASNTV.com.
And obviously in the future, guys, we will say please keep an eye on these socials, because we have got finally a BASN Drop the Puck merchandise store on its way, where you will be able to get Drop the Puck t-shirts and hats and all sorts of apparel.
Some flashy gear, you know, like.
Nobody's paying you for that.
Oh, okay. Right,
so the teams, thank goodness, are taken to the ice. That can take the camera away from you, Gary, for once.
Oh, what a shame. So without further ado, for this final period and the final one of this Three Rivers Cup, it's time to go down to the ice, Ben. It's time to drop the puck.
Well, thank goodness, Gary, people don't have to look at your mug for much longer. Or mine, for that matter.
I do have the stuff, you know.
Yeah, but OnlyFans doesn't count.
I am available for children's parties and bar mitzvahs, by the way.
So like I say, guys, keep your eyes on the media outlets. We'll have that store soon. Mr. Williams calls them to the centre, and we're away for this third and final period. Immediately, Sheffield going on the attack with Nell. Nell puts that through a dangerous position. Tate wasn't there in the way, though. And, back Nell again, looking for an option. And with 19:46 showing remaining in this game, the puck is already in the glove of Harrison Walker.
Sign of things to come, is it?
Well, you don't expect Widnes to roll over and take this one.
I must say, it's a long time since I've seen Widnes 6-1 down.
Very much so, as the draw goes the way of the Scimitars again, and Walker straight on that. Well, 6 seconds that play took then. We've still got a good 19 minutes remaining in this period. Can Widnes climb up this hill? It's very steep, but it's doable, especially with the firepower they boast. As Baldwin tracks his man in the corner. It's going to go behind the net and picked up by Griffin of the Wild. Tries to dump it out, finds Barnes. Barnes Cuts inside to Brown. Brown gets around Morgan, takes his shot. It's come off the block and it's come rebound out this near post, and Barnes tried to slap at it, get it in past the netminder of Hadfield. Couldn't. I believe it was Nixon that turned it away.
Yeah, Nixon was using the goal and himself to protect that puck for a while, stop the wire from getting it.
But here come Widnes once more, and dare I say, is it getting a little bit predictable between Barnes and Brown now? Is that what Sheffield have got onto?
Well, Matt Bradley picked up on it yesterday and said it was the lineup that they expected to see. So is it getting predictable, like you say, Ben? I mean, are these teams now going, we know what they're bringing out?
Well, that is the job of the coach. Of course, the coach here for the Widnes Wild is Richard Hagger. And then on the bench as well, that's being run by Mark Gillingham.
The thing is, though, Ben, if you had a regular season, you'd have many games between...
Shot comes in again then from Colton, that's turned out by Walker.
Yeah, you'd have many games between fixtures between the same teams. So, whereas this one, you're virtually playing each other the same, week after week.
Yeah, keeping it fresh is part of the game plan, and obviously a lot goes into that. As Sheffield again working this puck around the Widnes zone, but Widnes trying to get in there. It looks like Ripley tried to get a stab on that, as well as... Is that Nell over there? Oh, a little bit of something in the back of Barry there.
Oh, here we go.
Well, that's Brammer. It's Brammer and Barry, and if I remember rightly, Gary, throw our minds back to 2 weeks ago when we were last here for this game. Were they not the two that were in trouble then?
I do believe it was.
So Jack Brammer being spoken to there by Miss Andrews and led the box.
In the meantime, teams skating up the other end of the ice, getting ready for a face-off.
Yeah, it's going to go 5-on-4 power play in favour of the Widnes Wild. It's what they need right now and what they will have wanted. Question is, can they capitalise?
Well, as Brammer handed them an opportunity.
So we can see there, Doxey is going in for the face-off. It looks like he's going to be going up against Tate. Miss Andrews just having a quiet word there with Mr. Williams. Puck goes straight in. Yardley's going to try and chase that into the corner. Finds Tate. Brown steps up. Does well to try and keep it in. Gibson manages to get it past Baldwin. And, well, Tate's just going to calmly put a little bit of pressure on Baldwin there. So 1:45 now on this power play. 15 seconds, just like that. Ticks away. Barnes up the wing. Gets around Gibson. Round the back of the net. Still Barnes for the Wild. Leaves it for Baldwin. Baldwin into the corner. And they're trying to work this puck around Widnes. Just a few stretching of the stick. Shot comes in. Brown doesn't catch all of it. Barnes has managed to dig that back out. Goes back door, finds number 20. Or is that Doxey, is it in fact? Yeah, it is. It's
well, Brown fluffed his pass. Barnes manages to send it across the ice.
Yeah, Brady Doxey sat on that back post there.
And Doxey finds the slot, puts it past Hatfield, and given the Widnes Wild the second goal of the evening. It's now Widnes Wild 2, Sheffield Scimitars 6.
Well, 17:34 remains in this game. 4 goals now to chase. Have the Widnes Wild. And immediately do well by winning that face-off, trying to push it forward once more. Robinson drags it over the blue line, but it's turned away immediately by Otley of the Scimitars. Streetley plays over to Barry. Barry takes his time. Knows he's got Hagger on the wing. Uses Hagger. Ruskin Hughes read that well. Just shut the pass lane off. And now Streetley knocks it all the way down. It's knocked on by Robinson. Well, apparently it wasn't. No, it's going to be an icing call. We're going back down the other way. 17:03.
Well, just reading the shout-outs. Just Diesel 13 shout-out to the commentators on this channel. Well, that's us, Ben.
I believe it is, yeah. Thank you, Diesel.
And, I think one of your fans, Ben, has just said big up, Ben.
Our fans.
Fans.
Friend. Anyway, 16:57, back to the hockey, which is what we're all here for. And Sheffield again setting themselves up. Obviously, that goal there by Doxey cancelling out the penalty to Brammer, so we're back to 5-on-5. Beach looks to find Hagger. Does well to get it over to Barry. Mr. Williams just gets in the way there. Barry regains the puck and knocked on there by Robinson. Bell's going to receive that though. Beach, can he get down there? No, Otley's going to scoop that one up. Plays it back to Bell. Through two Widnes players. And now Hughes, Ruskin Hughes picks up the point, feeds Pyrewell. Pyrewell looks to drag it around the boards. Haggers shadowing him. Morris now comfortably with the puck behind the Widnes net. Walker with his head in a swivel, but it's not enough. As they find that pass right in the paint. And that's going to be buried there by the Sheffield number 3, Ruskin Hughes.
Yeah, they were circling around and there was enough defenders, but not enough. Just one in front of Pierce, in front of the Wild netminder there. But Sheffield finding that hole, slotting another one in, and they extend their lead here tonight. It's now Widnes Wild 2, Sheffield Scimitars 7.
So Mr. Williams drops the puck and we're back underway. 16:04 on the clock now as Dineko fancies a chance and puts it on net. Skates in on his own rebound. Comes back out, intercepted by goal scorer Doxey for the Wild. Doxey under pressure, it's come out to Hyde. Hyde takes a shot off the leg pad of Hadfield and he drags it out into the corner. Takes another shot out front again. Widnes. Well, that was Coulter who fed Doxey on the near side post there, and Doxey tried to spin and slot it again, but Hadfield's got a response.
Yeah, a lot of people in that blue paint area, especially in blue shirts. They seem to be blocking everything out. Anytime the Widnes Wild get anywhere near there, they're not getting the chance to put it in the net.
Yeah, very much so. Thank you, Reese, for that shout. Nice of you to watch the hockey, mate. As we go back down the other way, and you're expecting Sheffield to bury that one there on the 2-on-1 opportunity. We're going back to Nixon now as they're going to try and draw out that Widnes defensive unit and stretch him again, create a bit of space. Nixon to Dineko. Finds Lamming up the wing. James Lamming causing all sorts of trouble, as we've said previously. Still in possession. Again, these passes for Sheffield are sailing through the slot there with nobody able to jump on them, but they're in dangerous positions and it's showing possibility for Widnes as 5 minutes have already gone in this final period.
Yeah, the passing seems to be the tape-to-tape stuff's a little bit sloppy at the moment.
And that's Ripley picking that up behind his own net, feeds that to McKenzie. McKenzie decides to use his defensive man, go back. Morgan takes his time. Pushes that forward once more to Brammer. Brammer to Ripley. Shot comes in from Ripley and off the boards behind the net, and it's going to go straight under the glove of Walker there.
Yeah, Griffin getting his body in the way there, just deflecting it away.
14:32 now left in this game. And for those that are just tuning in now, where have you been? And also, were you expecting to see this scoreline?
I certainly wasn't, Ben, I must admit.
Well, we're going back up the other way now with Widnes, but again, Sheffield reading the Widnes plays and the passing. Apologies there, just a small technical hitch. Shot comes in, it's come off Baldwin. As the play in this round again, but it's come all the way out to Colton. Colton chased down by Kieran Brown. Put it back in by Ripley. And this is all that Widnes seem to be doing at the moment, Gary, is just clearing out these Sheffield dumpings.
Well, it is a bit scrappy. And I've said it before, the tape-to-tape passing has not been brilliant. Especially when when Sheffield tries to send those long passes in from the slot. Widnes seem to be surprised as well, and nobody's making any real control of it. It's a bit scrappy.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers as well by the Widnes Wild, which Sheffield are jumping all over.
It's still a bit scrappy.
So face off, left hand side of Hadfield. 13:46 on the clock as that drop then. And it's out in front. Hagger tries to find Peach.
Oh, no.
Well, Hadfield's pushed it wide. It's come back again once more. Barry picks it up. Decides to play it around the back of the net.
That was an opportunity there. Hagger should have put that away.
Barry and Robinson. No, Sheffield clear it out. It's going to be Streetley that chases that up. Out in front, Tate. Takes his time. Feeds Ruskin Hughes. Straight into the chest of Harrison Walker there.
Well, he soaked that one up, but as quickly as Widnes were down there putting pressure on that Sheffield net, they were straight back up the other end. And like I've been saying all night, got to keep your head on a swivel because Sheffield are looking to extend this lead.
13-16 remains in this period. So face-off will be left-hand side of Walker. It's going to be Pywell and Coulter. Coulter wins out straight into the glove, though, of Walker. We take 2 seconds off that clock. It's now 13-13.
Yeah, a little tame pass there. We're expecting something in a little bit more. Quick look at the chat in a second as we're about to face off.
Again, Coulter and Morris this time, and Doxey charges forward to try and knock that forward. Hughes knocked in by Doxey. Coulter, and there's a burst of pace here from the Widnes team. It's absorbed and turned back around by Sheffield. Coulter manages to get a stick on that. Hughes going to take his time. Obviously, Berrin Hughes, one of those utility players that can play two ways, play forward as well as defence. And Coulter still. Joe Coulter around the back of the net.
That net looks like it's moving on its posts a bit.
Doxey. Well, he put that through there for Coulter, and we've got Tristan Grimshaw's now icing, but it's Ruskin Hughes, one-on-one, and buries it. Well, that's the 8th goal tonight for the Sheffield Scimitars, and Ruskin Hughes making them pay for that turnover.
Yeah, racing away there, little wave of the wand, and picks his spot, slots it past the netminder, and now Sheffield Scimitars got to be comfortable. They are now Widnes Wild 2, Scimitars 8, and I think it's good night Vienna for this one.
Very much so. I think it certainly is damage limitation now for Widnes. As Widnes come out very quick passing and have managed to gain the zone, but Otley's going to be there. He's going to try and clear it away with Deneko. It's back to Brown. Well, you can see what he was trying there. Barnes back to Brown, and it's Gilbert. Is it Brown or Gilbert? Either way, it's a wild goal. Oh no, he's giving it to Gilbert. So Mike Gilbert finally gets on the board tonight.
Well, there are a lot of blue shirts in that area, but somehow Gilbert manages to find the slot and puts the puck into the net past Hatfield, and it's now Widnes Wild 3, Sheffield Scimitars 8.
And it is rather a game of anything you can do, I can do better right now. With 12:06 remaining in this game. Back underway once more. And that's going to be chased down. Brown chasing Morgan. Find Ripley on the wing. Trying to get back past Griffin with McKenzie. Out in front again. Baldwin read that well. Turns it round. It's going to be scooped up by Nixon. Plays it back. Ripley. Near side boards. Plays it into the corner. To be picked up by Brammer. Baldwin.
Oh, Ripley got it.
Played out to Morgan's let that go. And straight on that is going to be Brown. Jumps on the opportunity. Kieran Brown forced round long. Great cut-out play there by Morgan, though. Barnes trying to dig that out, get it on his stick properly. McKenzie and Barnes tussling away.
Yeah, the puck just seems to be bobbling too much for people to get any control.
Baldwin turns that over it. Brammer loses his edge. McKenzie scoops that up, takes his shot, tries to 5-hole Walker. Slams the door. 10:55 now remain in this period. And Walker's going to jump on that one. And what a series of play there.
Yeah, little look at our chat. And Andrew Day says, thank you for all the coverage of the Widnes Wild North Cup and Three Rivers Series this season. Hopefully we can get the fans back to the ringside soon.
I agree, certainly, definitely agree with that one. And thank you very much. Well, guys, if you want to catch more of the hockey action, we have got 7 seasons worth now on YouTube.
Yeah, there's quite a lot there on our catalogue.
You can always go back and relive games from the past. One of the classic ones that sticks out in my head, I believe Series 2 is the D-side versus Widnes game.
Oh, yeah. I believe Mr. McKenzie was playing for Widnes at that time.
Yes, those that know about that game. It was very controversial. 10:30 remain in this game.
Don't forget our playoff games that we've featured here as well at Planside Widnes. Some great action between teams there.
As finally Widnes get control of this puck and look to break with Hager and Beach. It's dumped in there. Hager, come out to Beach. Hager, and they've both missed on that. Oh, and there's a call. There's a slashing call being assessed, and we'll see on that who that is on. Now, Mr. Williams is going to skate to the middle, and it appears Elliot Nell's the one who's being punished with that one.
Well, while that penalty's being assessed, little shout out here from Silence and Animations 45. Watch most of the games in this series and give Wild credit. They hustle till the final hooter, be it Hager or Barron, or they show quality in the work ethic, which is good news.
But will that work ethic pay off now as they've got the 5-on-4 man advantage? Can they make something of this?
Well, it's nice to give people credit. I know Ollie Barron would have loved to have been involved in this, but unfortunately he prefers tennis now.
As we go back the other way, Barnes got his legs going. Barnes looks to play it in, tried to find Doxy. Doxy, I don't think, read the memo. Brown's going to pick that up. Gets around his man. Kieran Brown takes a shot, and it's a late blocker save from Hadfield. 9:40 on the clock. We've got 1:25 on the power play now. Nell in the box for slashing for Sheffield, and Brown and Barnes just doing their little routine. Again, supporting from Baldwin. So you got Browns, Barnes and Baldwin. Shot in! Oh! Fatang bar down from Barnes.
A repeat of yesterday, he did that a few times.
Barnes again!
Oh, what
another
a save.
shot, and you can see it's working for them, but it's just not going in.
Not their day, is it?
Doxy in the corner. Decides to go to Griffin behind the net. Griffin to Barnes. Time ticking away here. 47 seconds now remains. Shot comes in from Brown again off the blocker of Hadfield, and he's certainly being tested here late in this third and final period. Oh, there was looking for a redirect off Griffin as he skated through. Barnes, the redirect takes it away. It's going to be Brown to Baldwin. Oh! Doxy tries a little flip over the glove.
It should be anything you can, lads.
Throw the kitchen sink at him. 22 seconds now on this power play. Barnes finds Brown. Barnes winded up. Looked like he was going to take the shot. Big wind up. Nothing of it though. Baldwin finds Brown on the wing. Back to Barnes. Barnes thinks about it. Loses the puck. Doxy as we go final second. And back to 5-on-5.
Yeah,
Time's expired. And Widnes are going to kick themselves. Nothing came of that. Admittedly, they've managed to clear that out of the zone, but admittedly the bar denying Adam Barnes there. Not much that could be done about that.
Yeah, now we're straight back into the action now, straight over the other side of the board.
Barnes to Brown, Brown to Barnes even. Hager's out there now with them. Brown still, Kieran Brown in the corner. Got McKenzie chasing him down. Adam Barnes is going to get there first, so they've kept possession. To Barry. Decides to drag it to the corner, get a bit of space going. Barnes. Hager. Held up there by Morgan. Kieran Brown once more. Stolen by Ben Morgan.
Yeah, taking too much time on the puck there.
Barry cuts that one, holds it in the corner. McKenzie's going to come in and support him. Hager can't stop the pass out. There goes Ripley.
Ripley's away.
Ripley and Beach, and that's a foot race and a half. Who's the fastest? Well, puck bobbles away. 7:10 on the clock remaining.
Now that's a race I'd like to see. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
As we're in the corner now with Streetleaf for the Wild. Knocked on by Robinson. Beach. He's got Hager on support. Decides to go alone. Puts it through the middle of the Sheffield defenseman into the corner. Morgan feeds it out, and once more, and you got Rogers and Robinson there. Round the back of the net, sends him the long way. Ripley gets a little shove from Beach in the back. The shouts for in the back there from the Sheffield bench.
Well, it did look a bit sus, that.
And that was a great save by Walker, though, in the meantime, as the shot came on. Clock ticking away, though, on whatever opportunity Widnes would have had here. 6:25 now remains. It's a big ask of another 5 goals. Sheffield turn that round once more. Rogers knocks that on.
Touch too much.
Streetley's going to get over and shut that down, though. Lamming. Held up on the boards by Hyde. Turn back the other way. Intercepted there by Doxy. Doxy and Coulter. Forward for Widnes. Oh, and it's a stray pass. It's allowed. Sheffield straight back in, and here comes Lamming again. Lamming round Worthington Evans, round the back of the net. Holds on to it, finds Colton at the point. It's turned out there by Danny Hyde. Hyde skating in, it's a 2-on-1. Hyde! Oh, what a save! Well, it's a save and a miss at the same time as he comes off the post. The metalwork denying Widnes twice now in the space of 2 minutes.
Well, somebody's going to have to paint that post tomorrow.
As Sheffield work the puck around again, the game picking up to life in this last few minutes as we're in 5.5 minutes remaining. Hyde's going to put the body on there. He's ridden to the ground. They've managed to get the puck in now, and the physicality slowly stepping up and creeping up once more. Out in front! What a save, Walker from Pywell! And that puck coming all the way down the ice, and that's going to be an icing call, and we can all catch our breath.
Well, while we catch our breath, let's shout out to our friend and one of your streaming colleagues, gamer streaming colleagues, Doc Squiffy's watching, shouting let's go.
Good evening, Chris, how are we?
Yes, I hope the lovely Lisa's watching.
Very much so, can't wait to see the old Squiffster back on the streams. As Otley's going to pick that one up off the face-off. Quick shot in, it's bobbled up and round the back of the net as we're entering the final 5 minutes. 5 minutes remain, 5 goals needed.
I wonder if you get an aim bot in ice hockey.
I don't know, I really don't know.
Widnes could do with that right now.
Very much so. That's going to be frozen by Walker. 4:50 remains.
Well, we didn't say that it wasn't going to go quietly. Widnes will fight right till the end, but it is a big ask. 5 goals, and I don't think they're going to do it.
Oh, Mr. Horn is over there at the Widnes bench. Okay, face off. Right hand side of Walker. Otley is going to get the... Whoa! Lewis Otley straight off the face off. 4 seconds.
I think that looked like a deflection as well off the netminder there.
Well, game, set, match. If that isn't the nail in the coffin, what is?
Yeah, he fires a shot. It was a bit of a hit and hope, really, because it went through a lot of players. Managed to find its way in the top corner. May have took a deflection off the glove of the netminder, but Widnes Wild suffered another one, and it's now Widnes Wild 3, Sheffield Scimitars 9.
Well, puck drops once more and immediately put down on net by Ruskin Hughes, chased down by Barry. Going to go to Grimshaw. Turns over to Watley. In centre ice, picked up by Morris. Morris skates it into the wing.
Quietly check with our production crew. Can we go to 10, can we? Have we got 2 figures?
Oh, and there it is. That's Kieran Brown. Well, Kieran Brown's gone. Baldwin's gone. There's certainly something here. As he's brought down there. I can't tell which Sheffield player that is.
Well, I'll tell you what, I did say Faye Andrews was right in there, man, getting there. And she's pinned one of the Scimitars to the floor.
And a little bit of laughing and joking between Cam Pywell and Adam Barnes there, but we'll see who that was now. And is it Springer Hughes? So Ruskin, Springer Hughes and
Brown.
Brown's heading to the locker room. So if that's a 5-minute major, that's him done for this game.
Yeah.
Springer Hughes heads to the box.
Well, after that, I must admit, expected a few more to be going in the boxes, but
well, we'll wait for the official verdict from Mr. Williams and Miss Andrews. In the meantime, guys, I really do think that could have been the blue touch paper lit. I think it might get a little bit more feisty. Kieran Brown, we can see to our off our commentary position here is taking his shirt off and appears to be taking his equipment off. I've got a feeling that is Kieran Brown for the game.
Yeah, I would have said so.
Well, we've got what appears to be 12 is fighting, so that's Brown fighting for Widnes. 3, Springer Hughes fighting. It looks like it's going to be a 5-5.
As Morrison Gilbert await the official's decision on the penalties.
So we've got a 2 + 2 + 10 served to Kieran Brown, and then we've got a 2 + 2 appears to be served to Springer Hughes. I'm waiting for the official verdict now. So that is Kieran Brown out for the rest of this game. And possibly, dare I say, Gary, the last time we will see him in a Widnes shirt.
Yeah. Shame, real shame now. Not the way you'd want to see him go, but...
Well, it is interesting. Obviously, Brown, one of those players that's already committed to Leeds in the new season. We can see 2 minutes apiece heading up.
So it looks like it's going to be 4-on-4, Ben.
Whoa, Tom Barry. Well, that's misconduct on Tom Barry's half, as he's given the verbals to the official.
Well, look, we said it before. There's one team that's always the winner here, and it's Team Stripes. You can't do that to the official.
Well, that's Tom Barry ejected from the game as well. And whatever discipline Widnes had has just gone out the window. So, like I say, 2 + 2 + 10 served to Kieran Brown. It's a 2 + 2 + 10 served to Ruskin Hughes.
Right, so it's going to be 5-on-5 then.
And then we also have the ejection of Tom Barry as well. So penalties are offset. And straight up the other way with Coulter. Skates down, Coulter tries to find it. Adam Barnes. It's intercepted there by Sheffield as they come back the other way. And this game again is lit up.
Yeah, somebody stoked the fire here.
Both teams come flying out the blocks for that one. Nell takes it back onside. Griffin intercepts that. I'll be honest, Gary, I'm surprised Jordan Griffin's still on the ice. Normally when it all goes off like that, he's one of the first ones in the box.
Oh, come on, give the lad a chance now.
Barnes tries to find Coulter. Coulter holds it up. Gilbert's skating in, but it's too little too late as Tate just cleans up that. Played out to Mackenzie for Sheffield.
3.5 minutes remaining in this final third period.
And the lacklustre energy to change there by Widnes, as they were taking the time to change the men there. Easily could have been caught off with too many men on the ice. As Sheffield still coming at Widnes, not given any reason to roll over. Okay. So, yeah, and Barry, misconduct penalty, 10 minutes as well. That's why Barry's been thrown out.
Well, we expected that, Ben. There's Ripley. Oh,
again, Hagger puts that in for Robinson, but scooped up by Colton. Turned around, and as all the effort that Robinson's putting in there, Colton just finds Brammer as they're running around, and Sheffield simply running the clock out now as late Robinson tries to get it back out in front. Hadfield denies him. It's going to be picked up by Bell. Turn the other way for Brammer. Brammer just dumps it in, and that's all Sheffield are going to do now. Dump the puck down the Widnes zone and tire Widnes out by forcing them to skate it all the way back.
Yeah, there's little they can do now. There's no way they're going to come back to this, and I think that's all she wrote, isn't it, really?
Very much so, as Here comes Bell again, leaves it for Rogers. Rogers skates it in the slot, takes a shot off the blocker and into the final 2 minutes of this game. Hughes knocks it round. Doxey chases that down, but Colton's there. Played off the boards. Coulter's managed to dig that out. Tried to intercept that once more, but it's going to far side with Morris. Morris looking up. Decides to go D2D with his partner. Oh no, he's headed forward in fact. It's going to be comfortably picked up by Hughes. No, Hughes, mistake. It's allowed Rogers in. He's got Pywell in support. Rogers. Oh. Well, Walker commits there and turns it to the corner where Pywell's got to chase it. Hughes doing well to keep them at a distance away from that net of Walker. Streetley over there.
Yeah, Harrison Walker's been soaking up a lot of the pressure, just like Pearson did in the first half of the game.
But taking nothing away, obviously, Phil Pearson had 5 goals against him before they subbed him out. Walker's had 4 against him. We're into the final minute now, though. Here comes Pywell. It's a 3-on-2. Great save there by Walker, though. That'll give him some confidence to kill this game off. Coulter tries to play it up. Body on there from Baldwin. Coulter behind the net. 40 seconds left. This game long gone for Widnes. It's a matter of pride now, and there's going to be the icing call, and Grimshaw chases that down, and 32 seconds left on the clock. We're going back down to the Widnes zone.
Well, we said it was going to get a bit heated, and okay, it's not only been right at the end of the game, but nevertheless, no love lost between these two after the last game here.
Certainly not now. So, 32.8 seconds remains. I don't think anybody will be pulling the netminders today, Gary.
No, no point.
Face-off won by Widnes. Chased down and turned around once more by Sheffield. Dineco skates it in, takes the shot. Baldwin chips it away behind the net and tries to clear it. Lamming puts it into the corner for Dineco to chase onto. Baldwin going to rub him out of that play there. Into the final 10 seconds. Griffin backhands it away. It's going to be cleared by Barnes, as you can tell. Oh no! He's let Dineco in. Dineco takes a shot, saved by Walker, and that's your game.
Wow.
And that is, as far as we're concerned, your Three Rivers Cup.
That's, I think Sheffield were definitely trying to go for double figures there, but sadly not the case. They've come away today in this final home game for Widnes Wild, the final game for the Wild completely in this Three Rivers Cup series. They win here at Widnes Wild. Widnes Wild 3, Sheffield Scimitars 9. And I must say, Ben, action-packed, really exciting game, I thought, except for that second period where things went a little bit right.
I think it was too little too late for Widnes. I think they took too long to wake up, and I think they needed to get into that game sooner. There was too many opportunities that went awry. We saw that opportunity for Hagger there that he missed. We saw the opportunity for Beach as well. The power plays, they had 2 opportunity or 3 there, and he was scored on short-handed. It was just Sheffield who wanted it more today.
Yeah, the amount of times that I saw the puck just sitting there and Skates is going past it, completely missing it, and you think, just somebody tap it in, it would go in, but given the due, Sheffield gave a great account of themselves today in this game, made sure that Widnes was shut down, didn't get that opportunity. They closed every opportunity, they pinched in on them, stopped them from getting anywhere near that goal. Hatfield, of course, on the occasions when Widnes did get there, he had the answers for them.
Yeah, Hadfield has been one of these standout goalies in this stream series, and he is one hell of a goalie anyway. And like I said, we can't wait to see half of these players return back to their natural teams after having this experience over this period, and then take that into the league.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what progresses from this, shall we say. I know we mentioned it at the start, the rumours are flying around, the rumour mill, shall we say, in public media, of why isn't there a north v south. It would be nice. It would certainly be nice.
Well, we'll see. But anyway, as it stands now, that was the final game for Widnes in the Three Rivers Cup Series. They finished in second place above Nottingham.
should be proud of that. I mean, they were the winners of the North Streaming Cup series, so they take a lot from the 2 series that they've had.
Yes, certainly. Apologies, guys. Certainly. Yeah, and obviously, that streaming series, we had the 4 teams in there. We had the Blackburn Hawks in as well, and they bolstered their squad quite well. And then the teams carried that momentum literally weeks apart from the streaming series into the Three Rivers Cup. And in that short space of time, all 3 teams were able to bring in some big names to really help the squads out. But I think, it's been a great showcase. I know we've said it many times
now. It's made for some exciting hockey, I think.
Yeah, there's not been, I think, a dull game in this whole streaming series or the Three Rivers Cup. And at the end of the day, that sort of gives us any sort of inkling of what the league is going to be like this year when you've got all those other skaters who have been at home that have not been able to get out, that are all chomping at the bit. I can imagine the first few games are going to be absolutely barnstormers.
Well, while I just grab my notes quickly, because we're going to give a couple of shout-outs, actually, to people. It's been a great streaming series, as we already said, and one of the things we want to do is we want to thank the teams that have been involved in this. Obviously, we know there's one more game left to play between Nottingham and Sheffield, but because this is our last one, we've got to say goodbye. We'll say a big thank you to Nottingham Lions, Matt Bradbury and his boys. Been really entertaining crowd,
and what a team they're building for the future there. Obviously, some guys to keep an eye on there. You've got the likes of Hazeldine as well, Archie Hazeldine, superb
Hopkins
player,
and that, yeah,
Hopkins. So names for the future.
Of course, Sheffield Scimitars. What a great team they've been in this series compared to what they were in the last one. Really exciting. Be interested to see what they keep going forward.
Very much so. That was obviously the key point of Steve Weeks was trying to build on.
So a big thank you to Steve Weeks and his boys, and of course to our very own Widnes Wild, who've been they've given us some exciting games, made it nail biting at times, but to Coach Rich Hagger and all the boys, a big thank you to them as well. I want to give a big shout out to Planet Ice for letting us do this here, and the list of names I've got to give out, because I've got to give a shout out to Dave Everett, thanks to Dick and Jill Gillingham, Andrew Shutt, Andrew Wycherley, Phil Louds, Colin Ellis, who's been the match day announcer here, Bex, who's on social media.
Yeah, for Widnes, yeah.
Yeah, Alicia, who's a COVID nurse, and Amber, who's been a medical.
And yeah, great shout out, and thank you all to all the teams for being able to put these events on. Obviously, having the COVID protocols and everything in place, it's allowed these events to go ahead. Yeah,
of course. A big thank you to Matt Lloyd for asking us to do this as well. And of course, to the photographer here for Widnes Wild, Jeff White. Big thank you to him. Want to thank our sponsor for this Three Rivers Cup series. That's Barry Sprague's and Sons. Thank you for their support, continued support, should we say.
Very much so, yeah.
A big thank you to our production team, of course, who without them, we couldn't do this. Of course, Pete Sheffield in the background, a long-standing hockey person. Of course, Steve Ferber's our camera guy. Of course, to
Dave Kirkham as well.
Dave Kirkham, Dave Buster Kirkham, who's sitting at home ill watching this. Dave, get well soon and get back to doing this.
And of course, obviously, we have to say thank you to you, Gary, for keeping me company on the commentary.
Do you know what? Thank you. And of course to you, Ben.
And George Perrott as well for joining
George Perrott, of course, yeah. And of course, the biggest thank you, of course, to you, the fans, for tuning in and watching this and supporting us, giving the feedback on the chat and stuff like that. We've thoroughly enjoyed it, as we always do every season. So I think that's come to the end, Ben. It's sad to say goodbye until something new comes on the horizon. Maybe at in September when the new series starts, maybe. Who knows? Whatever comes up, keep an eye on our social media pages. We'll keep you updated as soon as we hear anything, if there's any post-season hockey. Otherwise, it'll be the new league season, Ben.
Very much so.
So, without further ado, I've been Gary Lee.
I've been Ben Lee.
And we've been Drop the Puck.